Welcome, everybody, to our recording of Reigns of Castamere build-up slash viewing. Neph has never seen the show,
Nope.
so we don't have the time to go through all 29 episodes of TV to get to it. However, we do have one beautiful thing, and that is fans on YouTube creating clips. So we will do that. So, is the audio working?
Doesn't look like it.
I don't hear anything.
Oh,
It sounds
dang
it sounds standard and done.
Yeah.
yeah, thing's not showing. My bad. My apologies. I hate it when it does that. Thankfully, no dialogue would happen. It's just,
The arrow making a thunk.
yeah.
Yeah, you expect to hear a thunk when that happens, but no, we
Yeah.
didn't hear one, so yeah.
Well, that was a thunk.
Go on. Father's watching.
Now can you hear it?
Yep.
And your mother.
And she misses. Or he, whatever.
Yeah, it's a he.
Fine work, as always. Well done.
Thank you.
I love the detail that you've managed to get in these calls.
Maybe somebody else should be projectionist. But is it coming through okay?
You
Am I
probably
processing?
switch this over to someone else that isn't you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be best.
Here, let me see if I can do it.
Yeah. I'll put the link to the playlist. But the thing that I wanted to do was a couple of things. One was like,
And which one of you?
You was the marksman at 10.
Practicing, Bran.
look, it's Boromir.
Go on.
And much like Boromir, he dies.
Think too much, Bran.
Okay.
Relax your bull arm.
This.
But the thing that we're watching right now is shooting practice.
Oh, very good.
I don't know why I got painted, alright? Okay, so you're looking, so which episode is, okay, so, oh, I see.
Just rode in from the hills.
Alright, I'll
To the desert
start
from the
from,
night's watch.
okay, you want me to start from the very beginning?
Yeah. So how we want to kind of do is like all the relevant story beats of Robb Stark's life, and the playlist unfortunately starts with kind of the shaving scene.
Okay, so I guess John says goodbye to Robb and Ned will be the first one.
He won't be.
I think, yeah, I think that would work.
All right, sharing screen.
Yeah.
Let's see and hope that the. Oh wait, hang on. Let me make sure. Get sharing audio.
Yeah, that's essentially like two big brothers talking with their little brother, and that kid's the illegitimate son.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Time to see. Moment of truth. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Alrighty. Alrighty.
Okay, how's it looking?
There we go. Yep, it looks fine.
Yep, sounds fine too.
You said goodbye to Bran.
Oh, and I'm going to drop this down to 480p.
Yeah.
He's not going to die. I know it. You Starks are hard to kill. My mother?
She was very kind.
Oh, good. Next time I see you, you'll be all in black. It was always my colour.
Yeah.
Farewell, Tom.
And you, Stark.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, feel free to chime in. I'm in. What? What's going on?
Oh, what, you want me to continue?
Yeah, just keep going.
All right.
I guess you can kind of skip to the next one. You can just press, since this one doesn't include Rob. So basically what's happened to Bran, just for context, is Bran got pushed out of a window after he saw something he should not have seen. The queen doing the nasty with her brother.
Well, considering when the time period
When we
this
reviewed
takes
the accounts,
place,
You want to know how much
that's
this royal
not
village had cost us?
exactly
Talk to Paul about
let's
it.
see.
Unusual?
Yeah, it's not unusual. So
Well-
the only thing that's
Well-
probably
And there are several
Well, the
other
problem is she's
Yeah.
already married. The problem is she's already married.
yeah, that is a problem.
Yeah. And like the problem is like she's having an affair, which is
It has been
treason.
It has been
And-
happening for quite a while.
Yeah. All of the all three
Sure.
of her kids are blonde incest babies. And also like it's against the religion of the faith of the Seven for anybody other than Targaryens to practice incest. So
After all, I remember seeing this meme once of the John and Danny. And it's like, hey, the girl you like, her and her brother, your father, your father, your grandfather, and her brother, your uncle, her nephew, you.
yeah. And most of them are, and at least 2 or 3 of them are the same person. Let's
No.
keep going.
appointments that require our immediate
I don't
attention.
care about appointments.
I'll make the appointments. We'll talk about it first thing in the morning.
Very good, my lord. Lady.
At least 480p doesn't look bad here.
No, it doesn't. Not really.
When was the last time you left this room?
I have to take care of him.
He's not going to die, Mother. Maester Lewin says the most dangerous time has passed.
What if he's wrong? Bran needs me.
Rickon needs you. He's 6. He doesn't know what's happening. He follows me around all day, clutching my leg, crying.
Close the windows. I can't stand it. Please make them stop.
Fire. You stay here, I'll come back.
Oh, here comes the very funny part. I don't want to skip it a second. I always like this part where you just.
You're not supposed to be here. No one's supposed to be here.
What
It's a
the fuck?
mercy. It's dead already.
No!
What are you doing, you idiot?
Well, she can't like. Well, she
It's
had
either
to
that or let
grab
her
it.
neck be slit.
Oh, nice. But then again, that's not actually a direwolf.
Yeah, it's more of a wolf dog.
Well, it's a baby. It's a puppy direwolf. So they used regular dog.
Yeah,
All right.
but with how fast dogs,
Fast dogs grow. Yeah.
yeah, that's just a puppy. That's probably a few weeks old, but they need to be bigger than that.
Well, they just barely got them a few minutes. They just barely got them. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they were just barely born like a cut like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Do.
And this is the place where the nasty deed is done. A piece of golden hair.
What I am about to tell you must remain between us. I don't think Bran fell from that tower. I think he was thrown.
The boy was always sure-footed before.
Someone tried to kill him twice. Why? Why murder an innocent child? Unless he saw something he wasn't meant to see.
So what, milady?
I don't know. But I would stake my life the Lannisters are involved. We already have reason to suspect their loyalty to the crown.
Did you notice the dagger the killer used? It's too fine a weapon for such a man. The blade is
Hey.
Valyrian steel, the handle dragon bow. Someone gave it to him.
They come into our home and try to murder my brother. If it's what they want,
If it comes to that, you know I'll stand behind
What?
you.
Is there going to be a battle in the Godswood? Huh? Too easily words of war become acts of war. We don't know the truth yet. Lord Stark must be told of this.
I don't trust a raven to carry these words.
I'll ride to King's Landing.
No. There must always be a Stark in Winterfell. I will go myself.
Mother, you can't.
I must.
I'll send Hal with a squad of guardsmen to
This is a
escort
bit
you.
painful to
Too large
watch.
a party attracts unwanted attention.
Yeah.
I don't want the Lannisters to know I'm coming.
Let me accompany you at least. King's Road can be a dangerous place for a woman alone.
Yep. And
What
then
about Bran?
I have prayed to the Seven for more than a month. Bran's life is in their hands now.
Mhm. Hmm.
Okay, gonna skip on ahead.
Yeah.
Bran, I've seen you climb 1,000 times. In the wind, in the rain. 1,000 times. You never fall.
I did, though. It's true, isn't it? What Maester Lewin says about my legs. I'd rather be dead.
Don't ever say that.
I'd rather be dead.
Oh, remember when he was still
Must
a
say I
character?
received a slightly warmer welcome on my last
Who,
visit.
Bran?
Any man of
Yeah.
Yeah.
welcome at Winterfell.
Any
Oh,
man of the Night's
hello,
Watch
White
is not
Dragon.
I, eh, boy?
Hey,
Not
you
your
did
boy,
not see-
Lannister. I'm Lord of Winterfell
Yeah, I
while
just
my father
fizzled
is
in
away.
here.
You might learn a lord's courtesy.
So it's true.
Hello, Bran. Do you remember anything about what happened?
He has no memory of that day.
Curious.
Why are you here?
Would your charming companion be so kind as to kneel? My neck is beginning to hurt.
Kneel, Hodor.
Jesus Christ, who that?
Do you like to ride?
Oh,
What?
good lord.
What?
Where's that static came from? Whose mic is popping?
I think it's White Dragon.
Ow.
I
Let
don't
me-
think it's mine.
Yeah, let me adjust his mic. There. Sound okay?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bran?
Should.
Yes. Well, I mean, I did like to.
The boy has lost the use of his legs.
What of it? With the right horse and saddle, even a cripple can ride.
I'm not a cripple.
Then I'm not a dwarf. My father will rejoice to hear it. I have a gift for you. Give that to your saddler. He'll provide the rest. You must shape the horse to the rider. Start with a yearling and teach it to respond to the reins and to the boy's voice.
Will I really be able to ride?
You will. On horseback, you'll be as tall as any of them.
Is this some kind of trick? Why do you want to help him?
I have a tender spot in my heart for cripples, bastards, and broken things.
You've done my brother a kindness. The hospitality of Winterfell is yours.
Spare me your false courtesies, Lord Stark. There's a brothel outside your walls. There I'll find a bed, and both of us can sleep easier.
Some of this stuff doesn't make any sense to me, but that's because I don't have the damn context.
Such
then
as.
again, yeah.
Such as.
So depressing.
Come on.
Such as, please just ask me any questions you want.
Talking about justice.
Ask us any questions you want.
Well, it's. I know why he was pushed out of the damn window, but why was he given the blueprints for a saddle?
Because Tyrion, like he said, I have a thing for bastards and cripples and broken things.
Basically, just like gives him like a saddle that allows him to ride, even though he's unable to walk.
And he needs help getting in and out of the saddle, obviously.
Yeah. As we're about to see here.
One Lord of Winterfell can call in the bannermen and raise an army.
Lannister put his spear through your father's leg. The Kingslayer rides for Castle Rock where no one can touch
You want
him.
me to march in Castle Rock?
You're not a boy anymore. They attacked your father. They've already started the war. It's your duty to represent your house when your father can't.
And it's not your duty, because it's not your house. Where's Bran?
Don't know. It's not my house.
Oh no.
Wildlands.
All alone in the deep, dark woods.
Oh wait, are these?
I'm not alone. My brother
Yep,
is with me.
those are wildlings. And
Got a maiden under your cloak. Oh, that's a pretty pin. Silver.
You'll take the pin and the horse. Get down. Be quick about it.
So cool thing, Neph, you've seen the lady who's the lady wildling before.
What's wrong with you? You some kind of...
Can you guess where you've seen her? It's in a very, very big franchise.
Her?
Yeah. That's Tonks from Harry Potter.
I have not watched that movie.
Oh, you haven't watched?
I don't think.
Oh, you haven't watched Florida Phoenix? Okay.
Wait, is she like the weird science lady?
Not the weird science lady.
She's not
the
the
with
weird
pink
science
hair.
lady. She's the shapeshifter.
Yeah, she's the one with the pink hair.
Oh,
Or-
am I really quiet to you guys?
Yes, you are, but it was kind of like maybe I need to. I can up your mic level. Alrighty. Test.
Huh? Hello.
Yep, we can hear you.
Hello there.
Yeah.
kind of cripple?
I'm Brandon Stark of Winterfell. If you don't let me be, I'll have you all killed.
Cut his little cock off and stuff it in his mouth.
The boy's worth nothing dead. Benjen Stark's own blood. Think what Mance would give us.
Piss on Mance Raider and piss on the north. We're going as far south as south goes. There ain't no White Walkers down in Dawn.
Drop the knife.
Who cares about the white
Let
word?
him go and I'll let you
Is oh, that's his brother.
Yeah, that's his big brother.
Oh.
Rob!
Shut up. Drop the blade.
No, don't.
Do it.
Do it.
And I am very
Save the
suddenly
world.
reminded why I didn't want to watch the series in the first place.
Do
Yeah.
it. See? Oh, the world's doomed now. God damn it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't matter to me so much if there was just a lot of violence, but
Are you all
do you
right?
really have to show the blood and gore? Do you?
It's not that bad.
Tough little lad.
No,
It's
very
not as
tame.
bad
Not
as
the man who killed your
Spartacus.
first enemy.
Yeah,
That's
Spartacus,
not.
Spartacus, you
Well
can
done.
actually see the innards of a person's throat being ripped
You
out
lost your
after
mind.
being cut.
What have you missed?
He would have killed you and cut Bran's throat.
You don't have the right
To what? To save
This
your
is very
brother's life?
mild.
It was the only thing to do, so I did it.
What about her?
I
You
feel
will
bad
allow-
for her, actually. She's tonks.
Yeah. Right. So this requires a little bit of context. Pause.
All right.
Shall we play the scene where where Ned goes into the throne room, or shall we leave that for, or shall we not? What do you think, Wolf?
Let's just summarize it for.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's not like we'll need to bust out the essay for it. So here's what happened. So that comes to King's Landing. Once about conspiracy happening, tries to kill the king, but about learning more about about the king's several bastard children who look more like the king, and then he gets assaulted by Jaime Lannister and a group of men outside.
Because Tyrion Lannister, the dwarf, got taken by
Catelyn.
Catelyn Stark because he got framed by Littlefinger as the guy who
Perpetrator.
killed. Yeah, as the guy who tried to kill Bran. When in reality, it's more likely that Littlefinger is the guy who tried to kill Bran.
And then also at this point in time, when he's always been injured, he took a hit to the leg because some blockhead with a spear lance decided to hit him with it, and then James was like, "What the f, dude? I was having a duel." It's like, "Hey, let's go." Like, I'm going. No, duels. Like, he straight up walks up to this soldier and smacks him across the face because he interfered.
Yeah.
And otherwise, Jaime goes out to meet Tywin. Ned previously relinquished his position as Hand of the King, and it's like here, take it before I actually pin it to your chest. Yes, goes out on a hunt with only, for some reason, 3 people, excluding himself. Gets hit by a boar, gets killed by said boar. But previously, as Ned had figured out that it's like, oh, I see here. It's Jaime. It then quickly deduces that Jaime and Cersei were screwing each other long enough to have all their children be, theirs. And then Robert gets hit by a boar because he was drinking too much wine. But he manages to kill it, but not before he also dies. And then Ned tries to assert the power, take it away from Joffrey before he gets too much. Especially since Ned even straight up told him that he won't. He also has the will of the king in his hands. But of course, he trusts Littlefinger, which is the last thing he should do.
Yeah.
And then he had Renly.
Are you getting all that, Neph? Are you getting all this? Because even this description is like, I'm slightly confused listening to it. I can see how somebody would be confused listening to this. Are you getting?
Yeah, I have seen part of it with I think part of the very end of it with Joffrey?
Yeah, where Joffrey and Joffrey's sitting on the Iron Throne, and then like all of Ned's men betray him, or at least like the guys that Ned tried to pay off are
turning on it because you should never trust Littlefinger. He even straight up told Ned that the smartest thing that he'd done since getting off his horse was not trusting him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And now he's in a prison cell, and the Lannisters have told the Starks have to bend the knee by us coercing Sansa to send a letter to her brother.
If he doesn't bend the knee, they'll kill Ned. Of course, they only have one. Of course, Arya got away because she actually managed to hear that they were going to try and kill Ned.
Mm-hmm.
And then she ran away when suddenly men came for her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, mostly because of her teacher,
she got away. Yeah.
She's pregnant. She described herself as a boy due to her. In the book, she's described as having. She's called Arya Horseface by her sister. She's not a very pretty girl.
Well, she hasn't gotten into her prettiness yet.
Yeah, she's supposed to be really young, as in not past the age where it's very easy to tell if their person's a boy or a girl yet.
I'm talking about in the books.
Both.
Yeah, I know.
Both. Well, even in the books, she's actually like, I think mainly it's like Arya's not bad looking. It's mainly like Sansa being being kind of the mean old, kind of, at least like
mean old sister.
Yeah.
Anyway,
since like even in the books, like there are points where Arya is described as pretty by other people, and she just shirks it off because it's just like that.
Even Robert sees her and he comments Lyanna, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
All right, time to continue. This is before Sean B gets Sean B'd.
Mm-hmm.
Sansa wrote this.
It is your sister's hand, but the Queen's words. You're summoned to King's Landing to swear fealty to the new king.
Joffrey puts my father in chains. Now he wants his ass kissed.
Yes.
This is a royal command, my lord. If you should refuse to obey,
I won't refuse. His Grace summons me to King's Landing. I'll go to King's Landing. But not alone. Call the banners.
all of them, my lord.
They've all sworn to defend my father, have they not?
They have.
Now we see what the words are worth.
Oh.
Yeah.
I really do not like this show. It's just...
Yeah.
There must be.
It's not worth my time, but I don't mind because it's...
Why is that good? Means you're not stupid.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
It's got entertainment value.
Yeah, most of it's kind of like discussions in rooms, a lot of it.
These faces. These performances, these faces.
Kind of, yeah. Thankfully, like, this hasn't gotten that bad.
Corpses out of men, boy. I'm the man you want leading the vanguard.
Galbert Glover will lead the van.
The bloody wall will melt before an Umber marches behind a Glover. I will lead the van, but I will take my men and march them home.
This one's bad.
You are welcome to do so, Lord Umber.
Oh, this is actually straight from the books. This actually isn't that bad, I would say.
I will march back north, root you out of your keep, and hang you for an oathbreaker.
But yeah.
I'll not
dear.
Swallow insults from a boy so green he pisses grass.
What the hell?
The wolf attack.
Why?
Well, because he's insubordinate.
It's
My
Rob's
lord
wolf as
father
well.
told me it was death to bear steel against your liege lord. Doubtless, the great John only meant to cut my meat for me.
Your meat! Is bloody tough.
He's not even mad.
He's not even mad that he lost a couple of fingers.
No, he's kind of just he's laughing because he's crazy.
In all caps, Rob Stark says goodbye to Bran.
Yeah. I think this was kind of before that these performances, these faces really kicked off.
Here is where they're focused on being actually faithful.
What is it? What's happened?
It's all right.
Where are you going?
South, for father.
But it's the middle of the night.
The Lannisters have spies everywhere. I don't want them to know we're coming.
They have more men than we do.
Aye, they do.
Can't I come with you? I can ride now. You've seen me riding. And I won't get in the way.
There must always be a Stark in Winterfell. Until I return, that will be you. The castle walls will be gone. Do you understand?
Yep.
Listen to Maester Lewin. Look after your little brother.
I will.
I'll send letters whenever I can. If you don't hear from me, don't be scared. Till I return.
Okay, so this is before Battle of the Bastards.
Yes, this is like
How long have you been hiding out there?
5 seasons before that. Battle of the
But we'll be
Bastards is
looking
season
for
6.
To say goodbye. They've all gone away. So I'll be back soon. Rob will free
the
father.
kid that got shot.
I'll come
in
back with mother.
Battle of the Bastards.
He couldn't
No,
zigzag.
they won't.
Like, somehow the arrows managed to land. Well, he managed to land a perfect shot on him. It's by him being so far out of range, he probably would have missed.
Not only that, but the arrow comes from the wrong frickin' direction anyway. When you're trying to aim that far away with an arrow, you're supposed to be going way up in the air with your aim.
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's not straight. Maybe if it was a
He had a
crossbow.
compound bow.
Yeah.
Even still, you have to be aiming pretty high up.
Yeah.
A 5 bazillion pound compound bow.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was that, you wouldn't be able to pull it back at all.
So much snows, my lady.
I'm still questioning the helmet design.
That
Yeah,
helmet?
I question the helmet design as well. The helmet design.
I question every single
Hell, that not more. No. I would understand if it was designed like a Roman or a Greek helmet, but that
You just see the Lannister soldiers. Hang on. Let me show you the Lannister soldier helmets. They're even weird. They're even weirder.
they're even worse?
Let me show you.
Oh, great.
Okay, hang on. Let me. Okay, this is what they look like in the. Okay, thank God I didn't close the StreamYard. I was like, holy shit! All right.
No, you just
wait.
Like, look at this. Look at. Hang on. Okay, serious. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. That's their helmets. It has this freaking thing that opens and closes.
And it doesn't even protect their face all the way. It's like if you were to strike them with a sword.
It looks so.
You have that whole bottom part.
Such an That's
it's a very impractical Yeah, it's very impractical.
I always thought their helmets look so stupid and weird at times.
Yeah, they do. I understand wanting to look different from the Greco-Roman designs, but at the same time, they were designed that way because they were functional and gave the most protection to the head.
It's
Well,
like,
they could just solve this by putting mail
look at
on.
literally a medieval helmet, and you'll see that it's practical. It barely it does something that actually it works like you would expect to see that kind of helmet. It looks like it looks like it protects your head.
Yeah,
it doesn't impede you in combat any further.
You see, some way to fix this is just to have them wear a male shirt with a hoodie.
Yeah.
Hood.
What medieval knights wear under their armor, in other words.
Yeah. Maybe someone designed a realistic.
Oh, right there.
They probably
went down. Oh, go back.
They go back. Okay,
go
going
back.
back.
Right. All right. Scroll down.
Okay.
I saw it.
Wait, look at this. Doesn't this look better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks much better.
Yeah.
It's down. There, right there.
Where?
See, right there. That's the shirt I was talking about.
Right where? This shirt?
Far left, yeah.
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 Yeah, something like that would make a lot more sense because then everything is protected except the face. Because
yeah, you got the chain.
you got chainmail.
Yeah, you got chainmail. You got the chain hook. You got the what's this called? I think it's called the chain. I forgot what this one was called. The part that you hold up over your head.
Mm-hmm.
I almost hesitate to say it's the chain hood.
See, they could have the same design for the regular armor and just wear that underneath.
Yeah, they could have done that. Then
And
that would have worked. But no, they have these stupid. God.
They have these. Like look at the face hole. It's like this is like look you barely. It's like imagine actually having to wear that in combat. Like you would hardly be able to see of it.
That's basically Stormtrooper terrible.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That was the worst part. Is they actually mentioned that in the freaking Mandalorian, like.
Okay, like here is the
world.
We're going on a little bit of a tangent. Shall we go
Well,
back?
Here's the Unsullied armor actually.
Yeah.
And this is.
Yeah, the Unsullied armor doesn't really look good.
But at least the helmet has better coverage.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like it
looks
impedes your
more
face too much.
Yeah, it looks like an kind of Islamic armor combined with Roman Empire soldier.
And then look, in that layer season they had this underneath them, so it looks
it's winter.
Yeah,
yeah, or at least like colder climate.
But still, I think it's like that looks far better on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Watching these earlier seasons is really depressing. Like, remember when Tyrion was a character?
Oh yeah, I remember.
The River Lords are falling back, with Jaime Lannister at their heels, and Lord Tywin is bringing round a second Lannister army from the south. Our scouts confirm it's even larger than the Kingslayers.
One army or two. The kings in the north threw back hosts 10 times as large.
Mother.
You look well.
Lady Catelyn, you're a welcome sight in these troubled times.
We had thought not to meet you here, milady.
I had not thought to be here. I would speak with my son alone. I know you will forgive me, my lords.
You heard her. Move your asses! Come on, out! You too, Greyjoy, you bloody deaf. I've no fear, my lady. We'll shove our swords up Tywin Lannister's dunghole, and then it's on to the Red Keep to free Ned. You old devil, Roderick.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
Probably something from the books. I
Yeah,
apologize.
it is. Yeah, it is.
That explains it. These two
I
can't write
remember the day you
worse
came into
shit.
this world, red-faced and scrawny. And now I find you leading a host to war.
There was no one else.
No one? Who were those men I saw here?
None of them are Starks.
All of them are seasoned in battle.
If you think you can send me back to Winterfell,
Would that I could.
there was a letter from Sansa.
From the Queen, you mean? There's no mention of Arya.
No.
You only have one of his children.
How many men do you have?
And
18,000.
as Cersei pointed out, Joffrey killing Ned was stupid. They had a pretty good leverage, and he decided to chop off his head.
Yeah.
I don't think we read that point yet.
We're actually past that point.
No, we are not.
Oh, wait, really? Ah.
No. This is roughly season 1, episode 8. 8 or 9. 8, 7 or 8. It doesn't have to tell 9.
But yeah, they don't have Arya. They have Ned and they have Sansa, but they don't have Arya. Still, having Ned's a pretty big leverage. Having Sansa's also pretty big leverage. Arya, not. Like, having all three is proverbially like the most hold you'll have.
We might have gone to King's Landing and bend my knee to Joffrey.
You would never be allowed to leave, no. Our best hope, our only hope, is that you can defeat them in the field.
And if I lose?
Do you know what happened to the Targaryen children when the Mad King fell?
They were butchered in the slate.
On the orders of Tywin Lannister. And the years have not made him kinder. If you lose, your father dies. Your sisters die. We die.
Well, that makes it simple then.
I suppose it does.
Rob's right. We need that bridge.
So what's it gonna be? Do we move against Jaime or Lord Tywin?
Your pardon, my lords. We've captured a Lannister scout.
Oh, there's kind of a thing missing here.
He won't be leaving this tent with his
There's a little
head.
bit missing here that talks about Walder Frey.
In the brush above the encampment.
You find
Yeah,
that one?
for missing Walder Frey.
Yeah, there's missing. No, it's missing the part where like they talk about the late, like how like the battle strategy is going to work, like to do either like, yeah, just look up Robb Stark finds it. Just open a new tab and find Robb Stark planning session, I guess.
Planning session.
Season 1, episode 8. Yeah.
Planning. Trying to find it right now. Okay, maybe this is it. I'm gonna let's see. Yeah, let me see. I just need to see where I can find it. You know,
Freaking Tessamy emulator.
oh wow! I've been directed back.
What?
Directed to another playlist.
You all right there?
Wait a minute. Oh my god, this is a lot of clips of season 1, episode 8, so I think I'll be able to find it.
Don't worry, folks. This will be edited. Edited in post. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, live.
Yeah. Well, we're not live. This is we're just recording. That way we don't get taken down by HBO. The main thing is going to be the ending.
Well, HBO is a lot more lenient because when we were on NOM streams compared to like Disney, where we could even upload our Mandalorian episode 1.
Hang on, let me see. Is the one below that the same but different? Without the. Yep, this is it. The one above that had Spanish, had El Español type subtitles, so.
It doesn't matter. Yep. It's mute. It's mute, Wolf.
Oh, wait, it's mute?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah. You're going to restart and then.
Sometimes I wish that the button to share audio was so goddamn small.
Yeah.
Did you remember to share the audio, dear Wolf?
Yep.
Yes, I did, Mr. Sniff.
Good.
Riverlord will join us. The scouts report Lord Tywin moves north. We need to get him on broken ground, put his knights at a disadvantage. No, we need to get around him and break Jaime Lannister's siege of Riverrun. Do that, and the Riverlords will join us.
To do either, we need to cross the river. The only crossing is at the Twins.
Lord Frey controls that bridge. Your father's bannerman.
The late Lord Frey, my father calls him. At the Trident, he didn't appear until the battle was done. Some men take their oaths more seriously than others.
Rob's right. We need that bridge.
So what's it going to be? Do we move against Jaime or Lord Tywin?
If you could move to full screen, Wolf, that would be nice.
Your pardon, my lords. We've...
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
you said sub-sharing screen?
No, I said full screen.
Oh, full screen. Okay.
Yeah, we can also go back to the original playlist.
No. It actually it covers everything, so we're good. I'll just need to remember to delete this. So what can I say except delete this?
Alrighty. Yeah. Now move to full screen.
It's gonna go to full screen.
Yep.
Do. There you go. Don't say I did.
Turn this thing on.
Yep. Alrighty.
I'm not telling you.
Don't worry, lad. He won't be leaving this tent with his head.
Where did you find him?
In the brush above the encampment. He looked to be counting.
Like, seriously, that helmet.
Yeah, the helmet's not very good. They didn't design the helmet.
How high did you get?
It's like the armor looks nice. Like, it looks fine.
20,000, maybe
the
more.
helmet.
You don't have to do this yourself. Your father would understand
My
if
father
I...
understands.
Yeah, it's just the helmet's what's bothering me.
The helmet bothers all
And he
of us.
understands honor.
Yeah.
It looks ridiculous. It looks like you're it looks like
Let him go.
Exposed.
Rob.
Like, they asked, like, when they told the person design the helmets, design them like this.
They probably should have said no. That doesn't work.
Tell Lord Tywin.
Yeah, they should
Winter is
have.
coming for him. 20,000 Northerners marching south to find out if he really does shit gold.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Yeah.
Are you touched, boy? Letting him go?
You call me boy again. Go on.
This is dumb.
How so? Just the way that it's shot? Or?
No, it's like this guy is a man, and it's like, to him, you are a boy. He's not going to call you a man until you earn it in his eyes. So
the thing is, he technically already has some kind of like, he has to kind of be like up front and in your face, because otherwise these guys won't respect him. They'll think that like he's a wuss or a weakling.
To have to do that continuously, just.
Well, the nice thing is he does prove himself later, so at least, yeah, he just barely shot a raven, just in case, to make sure that they, bearing a letter, just to make sure.
It's a birthday message to his grandniece, Walder. Or so Walder Frey would have you think.
Keep shooting them down. We can't risk Lord Walder sending word of your movements to the Lannisters.
His grandfather's bannerman. We can't expect his support.
Expect nothing of Walder Frey, and you'll never be surprised. Look.
He's Walder Frey. I say he's old. I say he was there to see Aegon the Conqueror.
We need to cross the Trident, and we need to do it now.
Just march up to his gates and tell him you're crossing. We've got 5 times his numbers. You can take the twins if you have to.
Not in time. Tywin Lannister marches north as we speak.
The Freys have held the crossing for 600 years, and for 600 years they have never failed to exact their toll.
Have my horse saddled and ready.
Enter the twins alone. He'll sell you to the Lannisters as he likes.
Or throw you in a dungeon, or slit your throat.
My father would do whatever it took to secure our crossing. Whatever it took. If I'm going to lead this army, I can't have other men doing my bargaining for me.
I agree. I'll go.
Mother.
I have known Lord Walder since I was a girl. He would never harm me.
Unless there was a profit in it.
No.
Unless there's a profit in it.
What do you want?
It is a great pleasure to see you again after so many years, my lord.
Oh, spare me. Your boy's too proud to come before me himself. What am I supposed to do with you?
Father, you forget yourself. Lady Stark...
Who asked you? You're not Lord Frey yet. Not until I die. Do I look
it's Filch from Harry Potter.
I need lessons in courtesy from you.
Wait.
Your mother would be a milkmaid if I hadn't...
He's also that old guy from Hot Buzz.
The janitor from Harry Potter.
Yeah, I absolutely hate Fudge. I mean, not Fudge. Filch. Yeah, I hate them both. I hate them both, so it's easy. And their names are close enough together that it's an easy enough mistake to make.
You see, this is still the same universe. It's still the same person's that Harry Potter janitor. He just got fired. Yeah, he had to go back home.
You see, what actually happened is that this man lived its time in memoriam. He's the first human ever breathing.
Yeah. Also, there's kind of the thing of he, I imagine he grabbed a time turner and actually like sent himself back, and the ripples in time made Westeros.
He's just upset that he lost his cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's really upset he lost his cat.
And then what happens that he has
ugly anyway, but
what happens that now he has several sons, daughters, grandchildren, and none of his sons can't inherit it until he passes. And I think he's turning 79 soon.
Yeah, he's an old man. Like he's gotten like he's got like 100 or so children.
Let me see. All right, let me see. Walder Frey. Okay. Walder Frey. How many children does this man have? He has over he has over 100 descendants, 22 true-born sons, 7 true-born daughters, unknown number of bastard children.
And I am reminded that everyone back then was rather promiscuous.
Yeah, especially the dude.
Oh my god, no, oh my god, he's almost 90 years old.
Wow.
He hasn't croaked yet.
Yeah. I imagine that's not going to that's going to change in the next book.
If the next book ever comes out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure George will die before he finishes that book.
It'll give us the final death of the series.
Yeah.
The death of the author.
Maybe someone will pick it up, but
Fan fiction only.
Doubtful.
Yeah.
Unofficial
The only,
ending.
like,
especially with what Dumb and Dumber have done to the series.
Hey, don't insult Dumb and Dumber. That's a great movie series.
Dip, crap, and dumb R's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You into a belly?
They're both fuckwits anyway. So.
Yeah.
All right. You come forward.
But I did hear about something. Well, anyway, apparently a wolf dog just recently passed for cancer,
My sons will do me the
known
honor
as
of
Yuki.
shutting their mouths.
A wolf dog?
Yep, a wolf dog. He was apparently very famous on the internet. His name was Yuki, I think. Yeah, it was Yuki. Yuki the wolf dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he passed away a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's too bad.
Fine. Out. All of you.
What the hell are they?
Oh, those are all his sons. Those are all his children.
And a few of his grandchildren. And that's his wife.
Well, his 8th wife now.
You see that? 15 she is. A little flower. And the honey's all mine.
He still has it going.
Many sons.
Your father didn't come to the wedding.
He is quite ill, my lord.
Didn't come to the last one either. Or the one before that.
Yeah, nobody likes him.
He's always pissed on me.
My lord,
Don't deny it. You know it's true. The fine Lord Tully would never marry any of his children to mine.
I'm sure there were reasons.
I didn't need reasons. I needed to get rid of sons and daughters. You see how they pile up?
If you were a little bit nicer, you would be able to get rid of them.
Yeah. Nobody wants you as a father-in-law because of how you are.
It's like they're pretty sure your children are all right, but not you.
If you could climb your own battlements, you would see that he has 20,000 men outside your walls.
There'll be 20,000 corpses when Tywin Lannister gets here. Don't try and frighten me, Lady Stark. Your husband's in a cell beneath the Red Keep, and your son's got no fur to keep his balls warm.
You swore an oath to my father.
Oh, yes, I said some words. Then I swore oaths to the crown, too, if I remember right. Joffrey's king now, which makes your boy and his corpses to be nothing but rebels, it seems to me. If I had the sense that gods gave a fish, I'd hand you both over to the Lannisters.
Why don't you?
Stark, Tully, Lannister, Baratheon. Give me one good reason why I should waste a single thought on any of you.
Yep.
You do that and never get back across.
Well, what did he say?
No.
Lord Walder has granted your crossing.
Really?
Are yours as well.
But
400 he will keep here to hold the crossing against any who would pursue you.
And what does he want in return?
You will be taking on his son, Oliver, as your personal squire. He expects a knighthood in good time.
Fine, fine.
And
Arya will marry his son Waldron when they both come of age.
She won't be happy about that.
And
what is it, Mom?
And
what else?
When the fighting is done, you will marry one of his daughters. Whichever you prefer. He has a number he thinks will be suitable.
I see. Did you get a look at his daughters?
I did.
And?
One was
quite pretty. One?
Just the one. Only one looked average.
The one.
You want to cross?
Just only one was the average looking. Yes, only one was the closest to the most prettiest out of all of them. Yeah, the rest.
I don't think we saw that one.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see in the third season.
Yeah.
Of course, he's not going to live that long, is he?
Oh yeah, he will.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Season 3 is actually when he stopped. Is actually when his lifespan.
I don't care about spoilers.
I refuse to stop talking about spoilers.
Well, it's kind of the main thing is kind of the surprise of what's going to happen. So essentially what happened was Robb deliberately sent that guy away.
We should go, my lady.
To tell Tywin that he was coming.
I hate those freaking helmets. Those helmets don't do anything.
They really don't actually, because 2 Starks get killed.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
It's like pretty much.
Why do you keep pausing?
Sorry.
Yeah. So basically Robb has basically duped Tywin Lannister into a abrupt push while he broke Jaime Lannister and captured him.
Oh.
Basically sent a faint force of 2,000 men to hold Tywin while he took back River Run and caught Jaime.
By the time they knew what was happening, it had already happened.
What was...
Lady Stark.
Oh, was this the...
Love you, my sword, but I seem to have lost it.
It is not your sword I want. Give me my daughters back. Give me my husband.
I've lost them too, I'm afraid. Kill him, Robb. Send his head to his father. He cut down 10 of our men. You saw him.
He's more used to us alive than dead.
Take him away and put him in irons.
We could end this war right now, boy. Save thousands of lives. You fight for the Starks, I fight for the Lannisters. Swords to lances, teeth, nails, choose your weapons. And let's end this here and now.
I would say speed instead of lances, because lances are...
You'd win. We're not doing it your way.
Come on, pretty man.
Their armor looks fine. It's just their freaking helmets that look absolutely positively...
I sent 2,000 men to their graves.
Yeah, that's it.
The bards will sing songs.
It's like, it's just, the armor looks fine, not the helmets. Only...
Yeah, the helmets needed to be redesigned.
Only the Unsullied have the best looking helmets.
One victory does not make us
like
conquerors.
The most functional looking helmets. Only the
Did we
Unsullied.
free my father?
Which
the
one?
Unsullied.
Did we rescue my sisters from the
yes.
Queen? Did we free the North from those who want us on our knees? This war is far from over.
This is only the beginning.
Yep. And then the axe falls.
some reason the skip button's been pretty much cut off for me, so I'm gonna just.
Are you sure the skip button has been cut off from you?
Okay, now it's back.
Everything during the day looks fine. It's everything that's at night that looks really freaking crappy.
Yeah, the lighting is weird.
Because they refuse to use any artificial lighting, only natural lighting.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could possibly use candles. That would make for a very atmospheric look, and it would give you more light. But why use candles when you can use lights that do the same damn thing?
Yeah.
Only better.
After this, now Ned Stark has fallen, unfortunately.
He's been Sean beamed.
Yeah. Yep. Ned Stark is now dead, and his son is not taking it well.
Rob! No, I do not expect that. Of course he doesn't take it well.
Ruined your sword.
I do not care. I want my dad back.
I'll kill them all.
Kill every last one of them.
The women and the children too.
And Anakin Stark.
Have your sisters. We have to get the girls back.
Well, you just need to find one and then take back King's Landing.
Yeah.
All we had to do is just kill Tywin, and the rest of the army will fall to pieces.
Problem is, trying to kill Tywin.
Renly is not the king. You cannot mean to hold to Joffrey, my lord. He put your father to death.
That doesn't make Renly king. He's Robert's youngest brother.
And he's not really a good person to be king.
No,
Renly
he's
can't be
not.
king before Stannis.
Do you mean to declare us for Stannis? Renly is not right. My lords.
But Stannis is pretty much the only one that could be the best king.
Here is what I say
I would
to
agree.
these two kings. Renly Baratheon is nothing to me. Nor Stannis neither. Why should they rule over me and mine from some flowery seat in the south? What do they know of the war or the Wolfswood? Even their gods are wrong. Why shouldn't we rule ourselves again? It was the dragons we bowed to, and now the dragons are dead. There sits the only king I mean to bend my knee to. The King of the North!
That's a great speech.
I'll have peace
Yeah.
on those terms. They can keep their red castle. And their iron chair, too. The king in the north.
Am I your brother? Now and always.
Now and always.
My sword is yours, in victory and defeat, from this day until my last day.
The king in the north!
This was a good scene.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Because it isn't these performances, these faces.
Yeah.
I just hate the freaking lighting.
Yeah, the lighting is something of a problem.
They needed either more torches or they needed actual light.
King in the North.
I keep expecting you to leave me one castle or another for safekeeping, but you drag me along from camp to camp. Have you grown fond of me, Stark? Is that it? I've never seen you with a girl.
If I left you with one of my bannermen, your father would know within a fortnight. My bannerman would receive a raven with a message. Release my son, you'll be rich beyond your dreams. Refuse, and your house will be destroyed, root and stem.
You don't trust the loyalty of the men following you into battle.
I trust them with my life. Just not with yours.
Smart boy. What's wrong? Don't like being called boy? Insulted.
Well, he hasn't exactly proven himself quite yet.
Well, he has. Like, you just beat him. You beat him in combat, or at least like he beat him in
You've been
battle.
defeated by a boy. You're held captive by a boy. Perhaps you'll be killed by a boy.
Wolf. Oh, that wolf. Is that wolf? That's
Stannis Baratheon sent ravens to all the High Lords of Westeros.
Yeah, if
King Joffrey
those
Baratheon
are...
was
Let's see,
neither a
how
true
long
king
does it take for wolves
nor a true
to be
Baratheon.
completely... What,
But
2 years or so? 1 year?
That's true.
Yeah.
Stannis is the right.
Yeah,
About
about
more
3
than
years.
8, apparently, in the show.
My father learned the truth. That's why you had him executed.
Well,
Found
if
your
that's a half-grown puppy, then I suppose that's the right
killed him so the world would
size.
learn who fathered him, and you.
But those are supposed to be dire wolves.
my
Dire
brother
wolves
from a
are
window because he saw
absolutely
you with the
freaking huge.
Yeah, it's only been like a couple of 2 or 3 months at this point.
And mind
And
you,
they were found just after birth or something?
Yeah.
yes.
I'm sending one of your
Okay.
cousins down to King's Landing with my peace terms.
Think my father's going to
And mind you, no books are said to be the size of a freaking horse.
Bigger than a horse. They're as tall as a man, and horses are taller.
Victories don't make you a conqueror.
It's better than 3 defeats.
And this is why you use stunt huskies instead of actual wolves.
Exactly. I think that's
Because
what they were using.
an actual wolf would have bitten his face off.
Your Grace.
Yep.
I offer your cousins peace if they meet my terms. First, your family must. My sisters. Second,
Holy
my
crap! This is this
Oh,
is just
this is a part 2.
Yeah, it's 44 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, just let it play.
It's
the whole thing. It's the,
must be returned to us. So he
just
Actually, this
like,
was
it's
good.
all-
This was just fine.
beneath Winterfell.
Yeah, it works perfect.
And the remains of all those.
That way
Okay.
we don't have to worry about like skipping stuff. We can just let it play.
Their families can honor them with proper
Yeah, it
funerals.
has all the important stuff we need.
Honourable request, Your Grace. Third, Joffrey and the Queen Regent must renounce all claim to dominion of the North. From this time to the end of time, we are a free and independent kingdom.
The King in the North.
King in the North. King in the North. Neither Joffrey nor any of his men shall set foot in our lands again. If he disregards this command, he shall suffer the same fate as my father. Only, I don't need a servant to do my beheading for me.
These are, Your Grace.
These are my terms. If the Queen Regent and her son meet them, I'll give them peace. If not, I will litter the south with Lannister dead.
King Joffrey is a Baratheon, Your Grace.
Oh, is he?
Ouch.
The verdict day breaks wrong.
Here's the thing, like Stannis
Maybe
pretty
all
much
for
learned at this, learned of their true relations, and then spread it across the realm.
I absolutely hate the lighting in these night shoots.
Yeah.
They're way too dim.
dark.
Word, Your Grace.
They are not placing enough candles, is what they're doing.
No one's around.
Or placing them in
Tough sell,
strategic
but
locations.
Once you get used to it.
Yeah,
Well,
it
someone's
seems
gotten
more
used to it.
haphazard than anything else.
Lannisters are going to reject
Because
your terms,
personally,
Of course
I
they
would
are.
rather have them all
We'll fight
sitting
them in the
around a
fields as long as you
table
like.
with a
We
couple
won't
of
beat them until you take King's Landing.
with several candelabras, so
can't
that
take
you can
King's Landing
see
without ships.
everything.
My father has
And
ships
that's
and men who
natural
know
lighting.
how to sail.
Men who fought my
Okay.
father.
Men who fought King Robert to free themselves from the yoke of the South. Just like you're doing now. I'm his
That ends
only
up
living
being a
son.
bad choice.
He'll listen to me. I know he will.
This ends up being a bad choice.
I'm not a Stark, I know that. But your father raised me to be an honorable man. We can avenge him together.
Wait, is he a bastard?
No, he's a hostage for another house.
So what happened is that in the past, the Greyjoys tried to rebel again. Then their fleet was sank by. Then their fleet was sank, and
By
in return,
Stannis.
by Stannis, yes, Stannis pretty much destroyed them all. So in return for letting Balon live, Theon was given up as a hostage. And currently, besides Balon, there are two other surviving members of the Greyjoy family: Yara, Theon's sister, and Euron, their uncle and Balon's brother. That he had other sons, but they were all killed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for years Theon's been raised in the North, or as Ned Stark's ward.
Yeah, basically to ensure good behavior.
Yep. And this shows actually because Theon has more honor than. What happens that when he goes back, nobody likes him because he doesn't pay the quote unquote iron price.
Mm-hmm.
And the iron price is take it. If you want something, take it.
Yeah.
Want a fancy suit of armor? Kill someone and then take theirs.
Rats live in the sewers.
Their
of
house
King's
words are
Landing.
quite literally, "We do not sow."
To fight for us.
I understand you don't trust Lord Greyjoy.
I don't trust Lord Greyjoy because he is not trustworthy. Your father had to go to war to end his rebellion.
Yes. And now I'm the one rebelling against the throne. Before me, it was father. You married one rebel and mothered another.
I mothered more than just rebels. In fact, you seem to have forgotten.
If I trade the Kingslayer for two girls, my bannerman will string me up by my feet.
You want to leave Sansa in the Queen's hands? And Arya? I haven't heard a word about Arya. What are we fighting for if not for them?
It's more complicated than that. You know it is.
If only these people had been allowed to shine. Because a lot of them are really good at this.
Yeah. I think like this is kind of the early stuff. They really didn't start. They kind of the bad acting started, or like the bad direction. I mean, started happening. Season 5, I think.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
I think I knew what the issue was.
Why in the name of all the gods
I need you to negotiate with Renly Baratheon. He's rallied an army of 100,000. You know him. You know his family.
I haven't seen Renly Baratheon since he was a boy. You have 100 other lords.
Which of these lords do I trust more than you? If Renly sides with us, we'll outnumber them 2 to 1. When they feel the jaw's beginning to shut, they'll sue for peace. We'll get the girls back. And we'll all go home. For good.
I will ride at first light.
We'll all be together again soon, I promise.
You've done so well. Your father would be proud.
If Lord Renly my regards.
King Renly. There's a king in every corner now.
Well, it's got to be the mountain. He's the biggest. He's the strongest. Bulls are bigger than lions. Doesn't mean I'd pick a bull in a fight. Well, if a bull had fangs and claws, I would. Right. The mountain. Our man Jamie, if he ever gets out. Loris Tyrell? Loris Tyrell. He's prettier than the Queen. I don't care about pretty. He's better with a sword than any of them. How good could he be? He's been stabbing Renly Baratheon for years, and Renly ain't dead.
Yeah.
The horses seem a little spooked to you. They're horses.
Yeah.
They get spooked by their own shadows.
No, they don't.
Animals are smarter than we give them credit for.
Yeah. There's a reason why, if you have pets, no matter what kind of pet you have, you need to keep an eye on them. Because if they're acting out of character to what they usually do, then something is wrong. So...
Oh, you're a right little prick. You should see your face. I swear you pissed yourself. Oh, who goes there? Oh! There is something out there. Yeah, don't even try me. Rennick, do you think I'm an idiot? Rennick!
I fucking hate those. What the hell is going on?
An ambush. Rob
This
Stark went on
nighttime
an
ambush.
Ah.
Yeah. They were caught with their cocks down.
Well, that's exactly why you have to keep an eye on the animals that are in the camp. Because the animals will know something's up before
5
you do.
Lannisters dead for every one of ours. We've nobody to keep all these
Especially
prisoners.
if the animals are prey animals, like
Of course,
horses.
Your Grace. The officers will be useful. Some of them may be privy to Tywin Lannister's plans. Well, we learn soon enough.
Of course, these are the guys who
family,
wanted
we say,
70 live
make a
horses on set.
A flayed one.
My father outlaws flaying in the north.
We're not in the north.
We're not torturing them.
The High Road's very pretty.
All right, this guy's
But you'll have a hard time
Roose
marching your
Bolton.
army down.
The Lannisters want prisoners of their own.
Roose Bolton.
I won't give them an excuse to abuse
That's
my
Roose.
sisters.
No, don't. No. Please.
Where's that fictional character?
No, don't. No, don't. Please, don't. It'll get better. It doesn't even hurt.
The rot will spread. If we don't take the foot now...
No, you can't.
Gangrene?
Yeah.
Sir, please. Sir, I can't lose my...
She doesn't.
I don't want to be a cripple, please.
Surely one of our men needs your attention more than this cub.
Your men are not my men.
Put this in your mouth. Lie down. You don't want to watch.
No, you can't.
Bite on it. It's better than biting your own tongue, believe me.
Well, at least he's being as humane as possible and not letting him see what's going on. And at least we don't have to see that either.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's medieval medicine for you.
It's completely reliable. Said no one ever.
Well, at least he was willing to help.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Talissa.
Your last name?
Want to know what side my family fights on?
You know my family name. You have me at a disadvantage.
That boy lost his foot on your orders.
They killed my father.
That boy did.
The family he fights for.
Do you think he's friends with King Joffrey? He's a fisherman's son that grew up near Lannisport. He probably never held a spear before they shoved one in his hands a few months ago.
I have no hatred for the lad.
That should help his foot grow back.
You'd have us surrender. End all this bloodshed, I understand. The country would be at peace. And life would be just under the righteous hand of good King Joffrey.
You're going to kill Joffrey?
The gods give me strength.
And then what?
I don't know. We'll go back to Winterfell. I have no desire to sit in the Iron Throne.
So who will?
I don't know.
You're fighting to overthrow a king, and yet you have no plan for what comes after.
First, we have to win the war.
No, I'm sorry. But you should
Where are you
have...
from?
Volantis.
Volantis? You're far from home. The boy was lucky you were here.
He was unlucky that you were.
Well, unfortunately, it's the nature of the war. He's a levy. He's a peasant.
Yeah.
He was gonna die no matter what happened.
Good. He was lucky that he was like, yeah, he's a
He
con.
he was lucky all he lost was his foot.
Like, I don't like. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's war. He's a levy. Most armies are backed up by levies and regular soldiers and knights. Mostly levies, because peasantry is large, massive, and you could pretty much get them. You can rely up a large force of peasantry.
And they breed like rabbits.
Yes, after all, a family of serfs will have up to 20 people in it. I'm pretty sure they won't miss a few.
If only.
Lady Talisa.
To clarify, I'm thinking from a medieval lord's point of view.
I'm not sure I'm a lady. Westerosi customs are still a bit foreign to me.
It's hard to keep all the rules straight. But if I remember my lessons, a woman of noble birth is always called a lady. Unless she's a queen or a princess. I could find someone who knows.
Why are you so sure I'm of noble birth?
You can read. You can talk normal.
What if I told you my father sold lace on the Long Bridge, and my mother, my brother, and I lived with him above our shop?
Won't work.
You can read.
Not very
That's a sign of nobility.
Then you know medicinal practice. Then you know medicine. Well,
That
the equivalent
too.
of
I always thought I was
It's as close to what medicine is back then.
the serfdom were not allowed to. The serfdom was allowed.
Quite a pretty spot.
No, but it's more like they aren't as advanced on it.
I couldn't really
Yeah.
discuss movements with you.
I'm not a spy.
Of course, a spy would deny being a spy.
You're right. You found me out. I'm writing a letter to the Lannisters. The young wolf is on the move.
Perhaps you'd join me. If you've got time, of course.
Rob?
Is he trying to court her when his
Brother.
hand has been promised to someone else?
Yep,
Oh,
and
wait. I've forgotten. Right.
Yeah, no, this is the problem. They took out Jean Poole and replaced her with her.
Jane Westerling. Jane Poole's a different character.
Oh,
Ugh.
Too many Janes. Too many Janes.
Jane Westerling, okay?
My game.
It took from him having to take upon her hands a matter of honor because he
An uncommon
got her
name here.
pregnated.
An old name in Volantis.
Not
Yeah.
pregnant, just had
Your Grace.
sex.
And then turned into a romance, Juliet Romeo style. Romeo and Juliet style.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very different. There's theories that could possibly have been magic involved.
See you today.
I wish that you were free to follow your heart.
I know.
You have inherited your father's responsibilities. I'm afraid they come at a cost. You are promised to another. A debt that must be paid.
It's a matter of honor.
Your Grace, my lady. News from Winterfell.
This cannot be true.
We've
Oh,
had
but it
ravens
is.
from Whitehaber, Barrowtown, and the Dreadfort. I'm afraid it is true.
Yep, Theon Greyjoy and his family have invaded the North.
So what happens that, believe it or not, Theon actually had the chance to tell Robb. He was writing a letter telling him, hey, the Greyjoys are going to come and they're going to take over your stuff. But then it came in a matter of who was he going to fight for? For his birth? He decided that apparently the family that hated them was more important than the family that actually cared about him.
Yep. Basically, Balon Greyjoy decides, so now that the North is unattended, I can hit them really hard where it hurts.
It's Viking time.
And Theon Greyjoy took his best friends home.
And then he also killed the, at the time I think he killed the Maester, the man at arms.
No.
Maester at arms.
Master at arms, yeah.
Yeah, Master at arms. He pretty much has Bronn and Rickon captured. But yeah. That was a very weird...
It's a bad situation.
Yeah, Theon Lair very regrets that decision as he realized that was the worst decision he could possibly make.
Yeah.
Because the Greyjoys are treasonous whores.
My brothers.
We've heard nothing of them. But Roderick Cassell is dead.
There are not enough.
I told you never
candles.
trust the Greyjoy.
Well, they don't want to burn. They want to risk burning the thing.
There's still a war to win, your grace.
How can I call myself king if I can't hold my own castle?
But they have to have better lighting.
You are a king. And that means you don't have to do everything yourself.
Let me go and talk to Theon.
There will be no talk. He will die for this.
Theon holds the castle with a skeleton crew. Let me send word to my bastard at the Dreadfort. He can raise a few hundred men and retake Winterfell before the new moon. We have the Lannisters on the run. If you march all the way back north now...
Here's the fun fact about Winterfell. You don't need a large army to bring you Prince Theon's head. It's a very defensible fort.
Tell your son Brandon
You don't need a very large army to defend against a larger ones.
Theon, I want him brought to me alive.
It's 100 men can defeat 1,000.
I want to look him in the eye and ask him why. And then I'll take his head myself.
I'm glad this is a
And what did she say?
She admires your spirit, your grace.
And what then?
She,
If every man were held accountable for the actions of every distant relative, Sir Alton, we'd all hang.
She tore the paper in half, your grace.
You've acted with honor. I thank you for it. Lord Karstark, see that Sir Alton's pen is clean, and give him a hot supper.
Sir Alton's pen is occupied, your grace. The prisoners from the Yellow Folk.
Too many prisoners.
Is there room for Sir Alton?
Does he need to lie down?
Have the men build him a new pen. Put him in with the Kingslayer for now. Have your boy watch over them.
That doesn't last long.
No, it
That will
doesn't.
be all.
Yeah, Jaime Lannister kills him in order to get out.
Your Grace, a minute of your time?
He has no idea that he just sentenced that kid to death.
Yep.
You didn't see it coming.
Yeah. Since kinslaying's a pretty bad offense, though.
Yeah.
You don't put anyone in with a kinslayer.
And my enemies.
Oh, he's the
Some of my bannermen are
He hasn't
Nobody
kinslayed yet.
not
He hasn't
mine.
kinslayed yet.
That's what I tell my bannermen.
They don't.
Is it
I'm
ever
worried
brought
about
up?
who the supplies I brought
Ever?
with me.
Nope.
Some are easily replaced. Egg yolks.
They never bring up how they like.
Oil of roses.
I knew you would kill your king, but I
So
never
much.
expect you to go even
I need
lower and
soap
kill your own
for
cousin.
stitching.
Well, distant relative, technically. It's
Fennel
like
root for those with
far distant
fever.
relative.
Willow bark. Mostly I need milk of the poppy. You saw what it was like to amputate a foot without any. I assume there will be more loss of limb before this war is over.
If you need help finding these,
I know where to find them. I'm sorry, I shouldn't interrupt you.
continue, my lady.
You're riding to the crag to negotiate a surrender.
Yes.
The crag will have a Meister. and he will have what I need.
I expect he will.
If I could write a list.
Come with me to the crag.
I don't think that
Let the maester show you his stone.
Why could they just
the
not
wounded men
write
to be
him in a
treated well.
romance with the person he's supposed to marry?
All the wounded men.
Well, the thing
No.
is,
Okay,
there are good reasons for this.
Okay, right, so was there a romance between him and his supposed betrothed?
Okay, so how it works in the book is, the original betrothed, the Frey girl. No,
Yep.
he never even meets her in the book. He never chooses one in the books. Most of what we're seeing is accurate to the book. However, the context is shifted. Originally, the thing that happens is he assaults the crag, and which is a Lannister affiliated castle, and he is wounded, but then one of the daughters, Jane Westerling, starts caring for him, and he's kind of attracted to her, but nothing happens. But then they find out some very bad news from Winterfell, and that is that Bran and Rickon have supposedly been killed. They haven't actually been killed. It's just that two Miller's boys were burned.
Burninated.
Yeah, two Miller's boys were burned and hung, and they claimed it was Bran and Rickon.
And one else thing that Theon later did, he regretted that action. He pretty much even offered to pay the Miller reparations for killing those two boys.
Yeah. However, the problem becomes Robb hears about this, and Jane Westerling comforts him with
marital relations.
Yeah, and so because he deflowered her, Robb decides that, alrighty, I need to do the honorable thing and marry this girl. So he does. It's very different than this,
where it's a romance and not a matter of honor.
Yeah. So I think that could work. Kind of works in terms of the cost of love versus the cost of honor, but the issue with that is Robb was like his dad come again. So yeah, but yeah, and so in this, it's more like star-crossed lovers. Like he decides not to get married, and he loses the support of the Freys because of that. And we will see what happens as we keep going.
My dog's growling in her sleep.
Alrighty, so let's keep watching, shall we?
I've never met her.
What's her name?
Frey, I suppose. I don't know her first name.
I'm sure you'll be very happy. And you're marrying her for a bridge.
An important bridge.
The only bridge across twins.
Before they killed my father, I still thought I could march south and rescue him in time.
The Trident, sorry.
Only if I crossed that bridge.
Sorry, I'm a persnickety lore guy.
When I speak to
I don't blame you.
North, they all loved your father.
Yeah. Persnickety lore guy with an eidetic memory. It's a blessing and a curse.
You're a lore nerd.
Children do not always think that about their fathers, believe me.
So am I at times.
He once told me that being a lord is like being
Yeah,
a
you're
father.
very much a Star Wars
Except you have
person.
thousands of children.
Even though I just I think
worry
the
about all of
EU
them.
is overrated in terms
Farmers,
of
I never
thing
cared
that
for
was
the
like
US
great.
actually.
Yeah.
The charwomen
Yeah, I
scrubbing
think
the
that
floors, yours
the
for
rule of two is the rule
soldiers
of
you
two
order
is
into
stupid
battle.
personally. And it's
Told
kind
me
of
he
just a
woke with fear in the morning,
retroactive
went to bed
continuity.
with fear in the night.
Like, what happens if one of them dies? Okay, that's just fucking.
Well, actually, it's a matter of master and apprentice. The apprentice is supposed to kill the master.
Brave if he's afraid.
Yes,
What
and
if
that
like
was
the
made up.
master actually like falls
not
over
even
and
said.
That's because there was a
It's not
I
even
don't want to
mentioned
get
in
the
the
lore.
books. That's
Just
not
there's a-
even.
I wish I could have
It's not
met him.
even mentioned in the movies. It's just in the EU.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was also briefly. Yeah, the rule 2 was always
Most
a
lords worry
thing
more about
since
their
start
gold and
being.
their glory
But
than the child
in truth, it was only
woman
mentioned in the
struggling
prequels.
He didn't care much about gold.
Plus, I remember when.
And you?
It's never mentioned.
No,
in the
I
prequels.
don't remember the rule of 2 specifically being mentioned in the prequels.
There was actually the ending
It
thing.
just says in the end of Phantom Menace, the closest we get is.
There's always two.
Always two there are. But that does not mean that the rule of
That
2
would
is
be a
ever
start.
stated anywhere.
It's the closest to the actual mention.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
and this is where he
Grace, the
learns
lady.
that Catelyn freed Jamie.
Kingslayer. He escaped in the night.
Yep.
How? How?
How?
Tell me this isn't true. Why?
For the girls.
You betrayed me.
Rob.
No. You knew I would not allow it, and you did it anyway.
Bran
Okay,
and
what
Rickon
did she do?
are captives in
She
Winterfell.
freed
She let
Jamie.
Jamie land.
Sansa and Arya are captives in King's Landing. I
With
have
the
5
intent to
children, and
exchange
only one
them.
of them is free.
I lost one son, fighting by your son's side. I lost another to the Kingslayer, strangled with a chain. You commit treason because your children are prisoners. I would carve out my heart and offer it to the Father if he would let my sons wake from their graves and step into a prison cell.
I grieve for your sons, my lord.
I don't want your grief, I want my vengeance. And you stole it from me.
Killing Jaime Lannister would not buy life for your children. But returning him to King's Landing may buy life for mine.
Jaime Lannister has played you for a fool. You've weakened our position. You brought discord into our camp. And you did it all behind my back.
I don't see discord
And this
anywhere.
is why you do not allow women to be.
Make sure she's guarded day and night.
Rob.
How many men did we send in pursuit of the Kingslayer?
Well, it was safer here than back at Winterfell when Theon decided to go.
Rob.
My family matters no more.
We've sent a dozen ravens. None have returned.
Now this is when the war started to
My
really turn
bastard
bad
is
for him.
only a few days from Winterfell. Once he captures the castle,
Theon has my brothers if we storm the castle.
he wouldn't dare hurt the boys. There is only hope of escaping the north with his head.
Send word to your son. Any Ironborn who surrender will be allowed to return safely to their homes.
A touch of mercy is a virtue, Your Grace. Too much.
Any Ironborn with the exception of Theon Greyjoy. He betrayed our cause. He betrayed me. We will hunt him down no matter where he runs.
I expect his countrymen will turn on him the minute they hear the offer.
Your pardon, my lord. Your grace.
My lady.
There are not enough candles.
Yep.
Look, there's a couple
of them
unlit
are
candles
not
right over
lit.
there.
Yeah,
There's a couple
light
unlit
them
ones.
all.
Look at all the unlit candles.
I've had to
Light
arrest my
them
mother.
all. You.
The Lannisters have my sisters. The man I considered my closest friend has seized my home and my brothers. I'm fighting a war and I don't know if I should march south or
I'm
north.
sorry. It was a stupid question. I'm sorry.
No. Forgive me. You're being kind. I have no
You
rights.
have every right. You're a king.
That's not the kind of king I want to be.
What kind do you want to be?
I don't know. The good kind.
It's too dim. Can't see anything.
Most kings grew up as princes. They spend their whole lives preparing.
Well,
for
at least they're not focusing
be
on
Lord of
just their faces.
I mean, at least you
I
can
was raised
see
to be
more
in
than
love with a
episode
lady.
3.
To play the harp.
Yeah, episode 3, you need night vision goggles just to look at.
Valerian poetry.
I'd like to hear you play the harp.
No, you would not.
How did you go from reciting Valerian poetry to sawing off men's feet?
When I was 12, my mother and father went to a wedding. Weddings in Volantis last for days, you know. And they left me with my little brother. The second afternoon they were gone was the hottest day in the 3-year summer. We couldn't bear to be inside, so we ran down to the Void. Every child in Volantis was in the Void that day. The rich, the poor, we were all there, naked, screaming, racing to the little islands. Drummers were playing for coppers in the East Bank. I was treading water, talking to a friend, when I realized I hadn't seen my brother. I called his name, and then I started screaming his name. And then I saw him floating face down. My heart just stopped. I dragged him from the water. My friend helped me, I think. I don't even remember.
He drowned because there was no supervision, basically?
He was so little. And we pulled him onto the riverbank. And I screamed at him, and I shook him, and he was dead.
Know what you should have done?
Just dead.
Depending on how long he was in there, you might have been able to save him.
We're getting to that part, actually.
He had a fish tattoo on his face. In Volantis, the slaves have tattoos, so you know what they are without having to talk to them. And this man worked on a fishing boat. And he pushed me out of the way. You have to understand, for a slave to push a highborn girl, that's death for the man, a terrible death. But he pushed me out of the way. And he started pressing on my brother's chest, again and again and again, until my brother spat out half of the roid and cried out, and the man cradled his head and told him to be calm. I decided 2 things that day. I would not waste my years planning dances and masquerades with the other noble ladies. And when I came of age, I would never live in a slave city again.
Well, in Westeros, technically our peasants are still slaves. They just have the illusion of freedom.
You told me of your problems, and I blathered on.
I don't want to marry the Frey girl.
Oh, good Lord.
I don't want you to marry her.
Oh, God.
But you needed that bridge. I hope it's a very beautiful bridge.
Yep. Yeah. Skip forward, please.
If this, I don't think they're gonna show that on YouTube.
Yeah, I did expect. Okay, and we're in the clear.
A little bit back.
Okay, good.
I thought they were gonna fade to black, but no, they kept going.
God.
Dangerous man to cross.
I know that.
And you mean to do it anyway?
I love her.
I know that seems important.
Hang on,
important to
isn't
me.
this...
Your father didn't love me.
Is polygamy a thing here?
He hardly knew me.
Only for Targaryens.
And even though they're most likely marries their other brother, cousin, sister. I don't know. anyone that slightly have the same in blood, that's probably who they married.
Or I him. Love didn't just happen to us. We built it slowly over the years, stone by stone. For you, for your brothers and sisters, for all of us. It's not as exciting as secret passion in the woods, but it is stronger. It lasts longer.
Not necessarily.
That is what will be in store for me with one of Walder Frey's daughters. What you and father had.
Why not? Because she's not beautiful. Because she's not exotic and exciting.
Now you're arguing just to argue. Because you arranged it.
And you agreed to it. You gave him your word. Treat your oaths recklessly, and your people will do the same.
You don't have an excuse
for one
why
No, you don't. You weakened his
The only
position.
parent I have left has no right to call anyone reckless.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, because she was reckless too. Like mother, like son.
Both of them were reckless, but Rob pretty much set up his own downfall.
I hereby seal these two souls, binding them as one for eternity. Look upon one another and say the words.
Father, Smith, warrior, mother, maiden, crone, stranger. I am hers, and she is mine, from this day until the end of my days.
Very, very poor decision, Mr. Stark.
Yes! This is your downfall!
You marry for love, you son of...
We should set the siege lines 1,000 yards from Harrenhal.
There won't be a siege. The mountain can't defend a ruin.
I imagine the mountain will defend whatever Tywin Lannister tells them to defend.
The Lannisters have been running from us since Oxcross. I'd love a fight. The men would love a fight. I don't think we're going to get one.
The basics of war, Ferber. The longer war drags out, the more tired people become of it. And they need distractions from being tired.
Harrenhal. It's different than that.
Oh dear.
A bunch of northern prisoners got killed.
And there's no Lannister to it, and there's no Lannister there for them to kill to avenge.
Yeah.
That's what demoralizing. That's rage-inducing that they don't have any Lannister to kill.
200 Northmen.
Because of the mother.
The debt will be repaid, my friend.
The very weak mother.
It was actually Tywin. Tywin's pretty good at... He's a pretty good strategist. He's not Thrawn levels, but he is terrifying.
No, that's not what I mean. They had a Lannister in their hands that they could have done something with. But then Mrs. Stark... Frickin' Mrs. Stark... Lady Stark... Let him go.
Yeah, this is the same castle that got melted by a dragon.
Alistair.
Sir Jeremy.
Neph.
My father's bannerman.
I would say this is Harrenhal.
Yeah, it's a big ruined castle.
What happens if a dragon burns it down to the ground?
Yeah.
Find her a chamber that will serve as a cell.
It's like everyone's tired. They're looking for a fight, and because of you, they don't have one.
Yeah.
She's your mother.
She freed Jaime Lannister. The Lannisters robbed them of their sons. She robbed them of their justice.
Oh, hey, he's still alive.
This needs to be cleaned and closed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Fucking ballista asshole.
What's your name, friend? Kaiban.
Fuck you.
You're lucky to be alive.
Worthless character.
Yeah. This is the
I
man
don't care.
This is the man that devised the weapon that killed Rhaegal.
A weapon that defies the laws of physics.
The weapon surpassed Metal Gear.
My mother always told me you Westerosi were a grim lot. Grim, bearded, stinking barbarians that would row across the
What are you
narrow
doing?
sea and
I'm
steal us
looking.
from our beds.
Okay.
Did you ever think you'd marry one?
Never thought I'd
I'm just
marry
looking to see
anyone
what's
at all.
next. We're almost there.
Not until I met the king of the grim, bearded, stinking barbarians.
Bar.
Oh.
Pardon me, Your Grace. My queen.
Lord Bolton.
Let me
Letters.
guess which one is the good news.
Word from Riverrun and Winterfell.
Is that Littlefinger? Or
No,
someone
that's
else?
Rick Bolton. Littlefinger
Okay.
is much different man.
I don't even know how
Okay.
many.
He's Aidan Gillen.
We'll travel to the
don't.
funeral together. Lord Bolton will garrison here until we return.
Will I be wearing manacles when I lay my father to rest? Something else?
By the time Bolton's bastard got to Winterfell, the Ironborn were gone. They massacred everyone and put the castle to the torch. And Bran and Rickon have not been far.
Because now they're in
may have
Jamie's
escaped.
hands.
No,
Theon may have taken
Brandon
them back
Rickon
to
hasn't
Iron
been found
Islands
because
Oh, right.
they're on the run.
They're up north. They're going
Okay.
north.
No.
Have you heard anything from Theon at all?
Bran has to become the Bran 9000.
And they do actually have Theon and the Ironborn. Well, they used to have the Ironborn. You want to know what happened to them?
I kind
Sure.
of forgot.
Yeah, killed.
Roose is Ramsay Snow killed them all. And he's been torturing Theon for quite a while at this point.
Yikes.
And they show it to you in very gruesome detail, unfortunately.
Yeah,
thank
he's like
you.
splitting his pink. They're splitting his fingernail. They're crushing. He's like crushing his fingers. They cut off on his. They're like carving his fingernails, and then they don't show it to you, but they
turn
Ramsay
him into a eunuch.
castrates them.
Yeah, they turn into a eunuch. They don't. Yeah, they just. Yeah, it's deeply unpleasant to watch.
And then there's the sick. And there's the sick people on the earth that actually ship it.
I think that they just kind of theorized that Ramsay probably raped him. But yeah, that's sickening. Poor Edmure. In the books, it's like he's like grief-stricken and able to do it, but yeah, unable.
You can't even get your father a proper send-off.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you're supposed to do it when it's not that far away.
Yeah. I don't know how it drifted that far anyway.
Look how far away it is now!
Yeah, in the book, it's actually a lot more respect. The blackfish taking the thing is a little bit more respectful.
Well, you know, D&D don't understand anything.
Yeah.
They don't understand how to be respectful.
Or subtlety.
Yeah, he was going at way too low of an angle.
Yeah.
Then he wasn't adjusting for the wind speed.
Hey, I think this bow is a foreshadowing for the Scorpions in season 8.
I also think that is foreshadowing for Battle of the Bastards type of thing.
He crossed
But
the river to give battle. We routed him.
Oh, there's actually a deleted scene.
400 Lannisters killed, another 100.
this is a deleted scene.
Mountain.
Then
Yeah.
why are we watching it?
It's part of the play. It's just part of the playlist. I think it works fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, these scenes can actually add on a bit more context.
Well, that's good.
These songs will spread throughout the 7 kingdoms, and hope will spread with them.
Thousands of Northmen have already died fighting this war. They have no more use for hope. All that remains for them is justice.
That is why we are all here, Lord Castamere.
Actually, now to mention, how is the audio for everyone? Is it all right?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
For your sons, for my father, for all those that have died at Lannister hands, and for those who still live under their yoke. I will not stop until they have their justice. This I swear to you. I need to speak with my family.
If I may, nephew, I encountered a situation with one of my lieutenants at the stone mill, which may have some bearing.
Why don't you shut your mouth about that damn mill? I don't call him nephew. He's your king.
Rob knows I meant him no disrespect.
You're lucky I'm not your king. I wouldn't let you wave your blunders around like a victory flag.
My blunder sent Tywin's mad dog scurrying back to Castamere Rock with his tail between his legs. I think King Rob understands we're not going to win this war if he's the only one winning any battles. And there's glory enough to go around.
It's not about glory.
Remember in season 8 when he just got shafted?
Yeah, I did.
But he was in season 8? I actually forgot.
Yeah.
It was played out for the joke,
Took the
pretty
fight
much.
to him. He could not withstand us.
I wanted to draw the mountain into the west, into our country where we could surround him and kill him. I wanted him to chase us.
You know that gif where the guy has a sweater in his hand and he's like confused, like he doesn't know where he is. That's like watching season 1 and then going straight to season 8.
Oh, you mean that John Travolta clip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the difference in writing.
15, I believe.
Tywin Lannister has my sisters. Have I sued for peace?
No.
Do you think he'll sue for peace because we have his father's brother's great-grandsons?
No.
How many men did you lose?
208. But for every man we lost, the Lannisters
We
lost.
need our men more than Tywin needs his!
Tywin could shit out more men. They can't.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't know.
We would have. Right here today at this gathering if you had been patient.
We seem to be running short on patience here.
You know who isn't?
Tywin.
Tywin Lannister.
He's more than content to just wait the war out.
Yep. And the 2 Lannister kids got killed by a very angry Karstark guy.
Which 2?
They were just
The
2
one-
hostage boys. Yeah.
Oh.
They were, yeah.
Is that all of them? It took 5 of you to murder 2 unarmed squires.
Not murder, your grace. Vengeance.
Vengeance. Those boys didn't kill your sons. I saw Harry die on the battlefield, and Torrent
Was strangled by the Kingslayer. They were his kids.
They were boys! Look at them.
Tell your mother to look at them. She killed them as much as I.
My mother had nothing to do with this. This was your treason.
It's treason to free your enemies. In war, you kill your enemies. Did your father not teach her that, boy?
Leave him.
Leave me to the king. He wants to give me a scolding before he sets me free. That's how he deals with treason. Our king in the north. What should I call him? The king who lost the north.
Okay, that's going a bit too far.
Hang the rest.
I didn't kill anyone. I only watched for the guards.
This one was only the watcher. Hang him last so he can watch the others die.
Please, please, no, they made me do it. They made me.
Oh. So all of them are hanging now?
Oh no,
Great.
Car start getting a good old swinging sword.
Tywin Lannister's nephews, the Lannisters, pay their debts. They never stop talking about it.
Would you make me a liar as well as a murderer?
Wouldn't be lying. We will bury them and remain silent till the war is done.
I'm not fighting for justice if I don't serve justice to murderers in my ranks, no matter how highborn. He has to die.
The Karstarks are Northmen. They won't forgive the killing of their lord.
Your mother's right. If you do this, the Karstarks will abandon you.
You tended to their wounds. You brought them supper. Now they're dead.
And more boys will keep dying until this war is over. You need Karstark men to end it.
Spare his life. Keep him as a hostage.
A hostage. Tell the Karstarks that as long as they remain loyal, you will not be harmed.
Basically just being hung. I'll be cut off for you.
There's lots of.
Actually, could you pause it and go to Karstark, please?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a second. All right. There's some pretty. Yeah. Okay. This is just the one I need.
Yeah. Yeah. This is kind of the part of Game of Thrones where like the writing was like really, really top notch, and the meticulous plotting and plot crafting was here. But unfortunately,
that didn't last very long.
No.
No, it didn't.
Full screen it, please.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay. Everyone ready?
Alrighty.
I'm actually surprised that Game of Thrones can be. They
could be what?
I'm actually surprised that something like one of those clips has not been taken down yet.
There are several clips.
Yeah, they're like all over the place.
Yeah, HBO really does not give a crap about copyright. They're really...
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm surprised that YouTube itself hasn't taken some of those down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just really are kind of lenient on content claiming.
Yeah, I think so long as it's not an entire episode, they don't care.
Yeah, they pretty much don't care.
Alrighty.
And here's what really confused me. They're playing the Greyjoy theme.
Yeah, it's a very odd choice.
I don't hear the music.
Oh, it's picking up. It's a very slow rise.
I fought Joffrey for you. We are kin, Stark and Karstark.
That didn't stop you from betraying me, and it won't save you now.
I don't want it to save you. I wanted to haunt you to the end of your days.
Kneel, my lord.
Look, I can listen. I'm hearing in the background. There, you can hear it come. If you listen closely, you can hear it rising.
Well, I don't know if that has context for anybody other than the people who've seen the show.
That plays. This is the Greyjoy theme, as people call it.
Kill me and be cursed. You are no king.
Here it is. Here it comes.
Ready?
You want, yeah, I want to play the Greyjoy theme, but I don't want Ramajigulati to claim his stuff.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's just it really does not matter. It doesn't matter that much, Wolf.
Yeah, but it's a really good theme. I really like that track.
It is a good track, but we can just watch it, listen to it on our own time.
I suppose.
Back to this.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's mute. Wolf, it's mute.
Oh.
The thing about how they light these places, those things would not have been placed there if
Yeah, just move it to the beginning, please.
Yeah, if the candelabras and the chandeliers would not have been placed where they were if they couldn't be completely lit and burn the place down. It's perfectly safe to light all the freaking candles.
Or just do what Lord of the Rings did with the Battle of Helm's Deep, where like you can see everything because they put up artificial lights.
Yeah, don't.
Like you don't. It's like natural lighting. You're working with nature, and nature is as reliable as a $2 quick fix for your $800 PC.
Yeah.
Or a 300. Or what is it?
Duct taping your car back together.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well,
it's as effective as duct taping your car back together.
No,
duct taping your car might allow you some more use of it, but it doesn't fix the problems.
It's as effective. It's as effective as slapping a beat. It's as effective as putting a band-aid on a decapitate on a freaking dismembered limb. That's
yes, basically.
Come to bed.
You were right. The Karstarks are gone. Almost half our forces. Tywin Lannister knows what he needs to do to make us run right.
Just don't battle.
Nothing. Only wait.
You should have kept him as a freaking hostage, you idiot.
What can I do? Attack King's Landing. There's nothing he'd like better. He'd crush us in a day.
We could ride north, take your land back from the Greyjoys, wait out the winter.
Winter could last 5 years. Once my bannermen are home again, sitting by the fire, surrounded by their families, warm.
No, actually, winter only lasts like one night.
When I gathered my lords together,
but there was winter.
A mission. Now we're like a band of bickering children.
Give them a new purpose.
What?
I don't know. I don't even know where Winterfell is.
Here. And we're here. King's Landing.
What is it?
I can't force them to meet us in the field. And I can't attack them where they're strongest. But I can attack them where they're not.
Casterly Rock.
Casterly Rock can't run away.
Yeah, this is
I'm
not
going to
in
take
the
their
book.
home away from them.
Can you do it?
I need men to replace the Karstarks who marched home. There is only one person in this kingdom with that kind of army who hasn't already sided with the Lannisters. The man whose daughter I was supposed to marry. Walder Frey.
Or saying done?
Thank you for riding here so quickly.
I was saying,
travel isn't easy in these
this is
times.
not the plan
The
of
roads
the
are
book.
crawling with cutthroats and
Hold
bandits.
on, hang on, let me
When the
pause.
king of the north.
Okay. Now what'd you say?
So the plan in the book is actually go north, restock, and then then fight another day. Because they can't resupply. In this, they decide to go with something a little bit more audacious. They decide, alrighty, well, it's kind of take the it's like a game of Risk. They decide to go with that strategy.
No. No, that's not.
Supply in this day and age, especially back in the old times, if you lacked food, you were screwed.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Risk is one thing. That's something you do when you're at home and you're safe. And it's just a scenario when everything is unlimited. But actually in the field, I'm sorry, no. If you're running low, you're gonna go home and stock up. That's what you're gonna do.
There's several things you can do to prevent, like, yeah, you can go foraging, you go hunting, but that's going to last for so long before you will run out of things to hunt, you'll run out of things to forage. Eventually, the army will get tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they will want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Or, of course, then you have the Viking approach. Raid.
Yeah.
Or you could... I think the thing that they're going with is that they can live off of Tywin Lannister's land while they if they take his castle, since Castle Rock is supposedly really rich. That's not the case in the show.
But if they don't have any supplies, they can't do anything.
That and it's a siege as well, meaning more supplies will be consumed.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're already running low on supplies, then I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to put anything to siege for very long.
Because you're what matters in a siege above all else. Those supplies. It's all bad because you could starve out a cell. Because if you could starve out a fortress, that's a really monumental thing. Because then the enemy won't want to fight you because they're tired and weak and hungry.
Also, the Rock is a very, very strong fortress.
So yeah, highly doubt they have enough supplies to outstart the Rock.
No, they don't.
Yeah. And then there's what you do when you have to siege a fort on top of a cliff. You have to find the easiest way up, and if that means you have to build a ramp off of
Wolf, would you be so kind as to give us a pic? Actually, White Dragon.
No, I can do it.
No, but I was thinking that White Dragon. That way, you don't have to stop sharing the screen. That way, I can shift between screens.
All right.
That's actually just pull up a picture of Castle Rock for me, please. Yeah, and Wolf can just stay as he is in that way. Like I can toggle between them. And we can just keep playing while while White Dragon gets it up.
You will get in we'll give him about 10 seconds.
Yeah. Castle Rock, at least in the book, is an impregnable castle. Like you cannot get into it. It is impossible.
You gotta have some pretty heavy siege equipment just to make it possible.
Should I show this picture?
Yeah, I was
cool.
equating it to one of the Jewish kings one of the fortresses that a Jewish king built, which
Masada.
was basically
Masada. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. They had to build a ramp just to.
Yeah, they had to build a ramp to do that. So.
Yeah, so there's a few artistic. That's Castle Rock as it exists in the show. Top right. Yeah, that's as it exists in the show. So could possibly take it. Then toggle down to like the one in the mid. Yeah, that's or that one, and the just one right above it, like the yellow one. That one, yeah. That's what it actually looks like.
It is literally a castle built into a rock.
The image I had in my head of the
Masada.
Yeah, the Masada. The image of the Masada in my head was the correct image to have.
Pretty much, yeah.
And the Romans had to get creative when they were planning to put a siege on that.
Yeah, they had to build a ramp. They had to build a ramp to take up their siege engines, yeah.
In the middle of a desert, in something like 3-degree weather.
Yeah.
And it took them, I think, 9 weeks to do that.
Yeah, it took a while.
Yeah. But the thing is, they had to have supplies to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And these people, their supplies are running low. They can't do the Roman maneuver if they're running low on supplies.
The Romans built roads for a very good reason, so they could secure the movement of troops and supplies the best they possibly could.
It's also what?
Zombie polar bear.
No. Alrighty. Yeah, you can stop sharing.
Oh my god!
Oh,
No, not
Sanctus,
this.
we come. Our fathers instructed us to tell you that his alliance with the North can continue.
White Dragon, you
if his terms are met.
Thank you.
Lord Frey requires a formal apology for your violation of your sacred oath to marry one of his daughters.
Of course, he deserves as much. I was in the wrong.
As restitution for this betrayal, he demands Harrenhal and all its attendant lands.
I don't think that's
We are fighting for the North. Harrenhal is not in the North. It is his once the war is over, and we have no further strategic need for it.
Do you call my name or something?
No, it's fine.
I have no idea what the hell is going on. I know that this has to do with him marrying someone else when he should have gone with his honor instead of...
He needs troops. Frey has troops.
Yeah. Yeah, Frey left him after the betrayal. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, but it's the... What are they?
Trying to secure alliance.
Yeah, they're trying to secure an alliance, but I didn't understand what they were saying.
Basically, he wants this really big castle and all of the lands attached to it.
Violation of your sacred oath to marry one of his daughters.
Of course, he deserves as much. I was in the wrong.
As restitution for this betrayal, he demands Harrenhal and all its attendant lands.
I don't think that's
We are fighting for the North. Harrenhal is not in the North. It is his once the war is over.
That's a really weird thing to have as Harrenhal. Like, why would you
Because Harrenhal's rich. It's lots of land, and it's a symbol of prestige.
Yeah.
And we have no further strategic need for it.
And there's something else.
We will do whatever we can to give Lord Frey what he needs.
Not what. Whom?
Oh, no.
What?
Two virgins, please.
No. Our father requires Lord Edmure to wed one of his daughters. Roslyn.
Oh, dear
How old is
Lord.
she? 19.
Could I see her first?
You want to count her teeth? We can count for the twins in the morning.
To see how
We
pretty
need an answer
she is.
before we leave.
I'm
The wedding not more than a
crying.
fortnight thereafter, or this alliance is at an end.
Your father does realize we're in the middle of a war.
Father is old. It would put his heart at peace if he could see her wed to a good husband. And his recent experience has made him wary of long engagements.
He has every right to be. Please excuse us while we discuss it.
Wait, that's his squire, right?
No, that's not his squire. They never show Olivar in the show. That's Lane Lothar and Black Walder. They're two of Walder Frey's sons.
It's many sons.
Why should I let that old ferret choose my bride for me?
very least, I should be offered the same choice you were from his liege lord.
He's a proud man, and we've wounded him.
I didn't wound him. My answer is no.
Listen to me, and listen very carefully.
The laws of gods and men are very clear. No man can compel another man to marry.
The laws of my fist are about to compel your teeth.
It's all right. You heard him. If you refuse, our alliance with the Freys is dead.
He's wanted me for one of his daughters since I was 12. He's not going to stop wanting it now. When I say no, you will come back and offer me a daughter of my choosing.
You're willing to risk our freedom and our lives for a chance at a prettier wife.
I have a war to fight. We can't win it without them. I have no time to haggle. You said you wanted to make amends for the stone mill.
You recall that heroic engagement?
I had something less permanent in mind.
I've won every battle, but I'm losing this war. If we don't do this and do it now,
yes, he just
we're lost.
I understand him wanting to make sure that his bride is at least pretty.
Yeah, that's for Bruce's point. You can win every battle, but you can't win the war if they're smart about it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll give you a lot of war momentum, but they won't see
A
your
war of
win.
attrition
You're paying for my
is
sins,
a
Uncle.
war that's very easy to
It's
win
not fair,
if
all
you're
right.
hunkered down and
I'll remember it.
just letting your enemy attack you, which is what's going on. Oh, no. Why is some of the stuff restricted? I mean, it's not as if we need to see that.
Oh, I think it's probably because of
Nothing. Let's just move on. White, you can show it.
Basically,
huh?
What do you think?
Show what?
I think it's actually the scene where like it's revealed that Rob's wife is pregnant.
Which we don't actually need to see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically like they're
pregnant. Okay, so it's 23.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this. So,
yep.
I'm gonna just keep quiet.
Yeah.
Share audio. Let's make sure I got that part good first.
Alrighty.
Can you hear it?
No. Actually, we don't need to see this.
He knows we're coming.
Lord War.
Do we just skip it?
Yeah, we could skip it.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, that's yeah. We just need to see the red wedding.
Hey, wait a minute. What happened to the screen?
It's Wolf's computer. I think it's Wolf's screen. So, a white screen. I mean, you can.
Yeah, he puts on super ultra wide mode.
That's because I have an ultra wide. Unless I can move it to my other one.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
No.
Dangerous.
What are you
Huh?
doing?
What?
We take the castle from him.
Put it back. Just put it back. It's fine.
Realize he's not invincible.
Just move back to the beginning.
Power.
Why are you telling me?
Yeah, right about there. And then we can just let the titles go.
Are you sure about this?
No.
It's dangerous.
Sorry about that, guys.
We take
No problem.
the castle from him. The lords of Westeros will realize he's not invincible. Take his home, take his gold, take his power.
Why are you telling me?
You begged me not to send Theon to negotiate with his father, and I ignored your advice. Now Winterfell is burnt to the ground. The north is overrun with Ironborn, and Bran and Rickon are gone. So Casterly Rock. I'm asking your advice.
We have enough men?
If Walder Frey cooperates.
If Walder Frey cooperates. If reinforcements arrive from King's Landing before we take the castle.
Oh my god, that's funny actually.
We're caught between Tywin's army and the sea.
We'll lose the war and die the way Father died. Or worse.
Show them how it feels to lose what they love.
Didn't the twins look better in the books? Or about the same?
Twins look about the same.
My honored guests.
Oh,
Be welcome within my
I don't.
and at my table. I extend to you my hospitality and protection in the light of the Seven.
We thank you for your hospitality, my lord.
Oh, I hate the obsession with.
And to beg your forgiveness.
This is still season 3.
Beg my forgiveness, Your Grace. Wasn't me who spurned, it was my girls.
Let's see. Okay, so I hate millennials' obsession with eating.
Well, that's actually so. This is actually a medieval tradition.
Oh no, I know that. It's just it makes it really hard to enjoy scenes like this when they happen every frickin' where.
My daughter Walda, my daughter Derwa, my daughter Waldra.
Pick one.
My eldest granddaughters Janea and
Well, actually, like they've picked her already. Her name is Rosalind. She's not there.
She's not?
Nope.
I bet she. I bet she's the prettiest.
My granddaughter Marianne, my granddaughter Freya, my granddaughter Wertha, Walra, Waldina.
I'm married.
Fine.
Okay, so I think that was an excuse.
Though she hasn't bled yet, clearly you don't have the patience for all that.
My ladies, all men should keep their word. Kings most of all. I was pledged.
Then why did you go and fall in love when you knew your hand was already promised to someone else?
Because the writers said it that way.
Yeah.
Because I loved another. Cannot set right the wrong I have done to you and your house. I beg your forgiveness. And pledge to do all I can to make amends, so the Freys of the Crossing and the Starks of Winterfell may once again be friends.
Very good. There she is. Come closer. Let me have a look at you.
I preferred it when it was a matter of honor for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not a matter of love. I mean,
yeah.
Honor can turn into love if you put enough effort into it. But it was a matter of honor, not a matter that he loved her. It was more it was more a drunken night in the books. I take it.
Yep. Yeah, it was. Well, not drunk.
Okay.
He was grief stricken.
And she came to him in a moment of weakness.
Yep.
Face shape plays well. Oh, you try to hide her under that dress. If you wanted to hide her, you shouldn't have brought her here in the first place. I can always see what's going on beneath a dress. Been at this a long time. I bet when you take that dress off, everything stays right where it is. Doesn't drop an inch. Your king says he betrayed me for love. I say he betrayed me for firm tits and a tight fit. And I can respect that.
Well,
I'd have broken 50 oaths to get into the...
I like that he's being jovial about it and he's joking, but at the same time, it makes me really nervous.
We'll set up tents outside with food and ale for the rest of your men.
Thank you, my lord.
Well, let's get ready. The wine will flow red, and the music will play loud, and we'll put this mess behind us.
Oh, here we are.
Huh?
Yep. Just let it play. Let it play.
I don't.
The lighting is bad. We've kind of it's kind of a given. The lighting sucks.
They needed at least twice as many candelabras.
Or just
if
have
they were going to use
electronic
fire.
lights. Or just have electronic lights.
There are electronic lights that put out a lot more light while also looking like a flame. There are.
Okay.
I know because I've got a few battery lights like that. I bet she's the only pretty one.
She's
Yep.
the only.
She is the only pretty one.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Edmure, I hope I'm not a disappointment to you.
Yeah, he's happy because he got a pretty bride.
It's like, I want one to get my wood rise.
Yeah.
It's like Rob gets the one that's like Shrek.
Like that could have possibly been your wife.
Sorry, bub.
It was like, did you really?
That could have been your wife, you idiot.
It's like, did you really think he was going to give you an ugly one?
Yeah, seriously?
Yeah.
None of his daughters look particularly ugly.
Sight of the seven, I hereby seal these two souls, binding them as one.
None of his daughters or granddaughters that we saw were particularly ugly. So,
Father, smith, warrior. Mother, maiden, crone, friend.
they must have been practicing this this for hours and hours and hours to be able to say it together like that.
Probably.
Yeah, it's like, you seriously thought I would give you a daughter or a granddaughter that's ugly? None of my daughters and granddaughters are. Then again, he's biased. Of course, he would think all his daughters and granddaughters are pretty. their family, he's required to think that.
Walder Frey's pretty cynical.
Well, I don't blame him for being.
Yeah.
Half the entire king, pretty much everybody that knows Walder hates his guts, or at least aspires to his presence.
The gods love Grimwald a fool. Oh, he's my nephew. I love him. And he's a damn fool.
Don't you drink, Lord Bolton?
Those the senses.
That's the point. Didn't you marry one of these Frey girls?
Aye. Lord Walder let me choose any of his granddaughters and promised me the girl's weight in silver as a dowry. So I have a fat young bride.
I hope she makes you very happy.
Oh. No, she's made me very rich.
My lord, lady, I need to find a tree to piss on.
My mother's alone with Bruce Bolton. I should rescue her.
Your mother is less in need of rescue than any woman I've ever met.
Be kind. She's finally starting to like you.
And I like her. But if she had her way, I would be back in Volantis playing my harp, and you would be sitting over there eating blackberries out of Rosalind Frey's hand.
Perhaps I've made a terrible mistake. Striking your king is an act of treason.
That was a playful slap. Because she could hear that he was being sarcastic about that.
I know. He's being sarcastic back.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
It is.
Oh, why is it frozen? White?
White.
White?
White.
Oh, great. Don't tell me we're having more tisms.
Well, he's fucking dead.
Alrighty. White.
Maybe.
White. White. White dragon.
Are you okay?
Alrighty. Alrighty. Wolfsters, your turn.
Alright, let me just reopen it.
Alrighty. I'll just remove this.
Gah.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen, Neph?
At the banquet? Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think anything will happen at the banquet. I think something's going to happen somewhere else. Yep, he died.
Did White Kashinda.
Okay. Let's do this.
Alright, hang on. Just make okay. Okay, share audio.
Alrighty.
Okay. I mean, I have a widescreen TV, but I don't have ultra wide like that. That made me go, what the hell?
It's like there's a limit that I can take on.
Oh.
Hello.
That was weird.
Wides. And wide neck. Right, the second
Hello
you came back,
again.
you also dropped my you also made that White. You made my friggin' White. You made the frickin' screen buffer. Thanks a lot.
I think you're like 2 minutes in.
About
Hang on, let me
halfway, yeah.
You want me to take charge again?
Nah, it's fine.
We were, right here.
Yeah, I didn't even notice because my internet just killed itself and video is
That's
still
what
buffering.
happened to me at the very end of our Dragon Demand stream.
Yeah.
Your Grace. The Septon has prayed his prayers. Some words were said, and Lord Edmure has wrapped my daughter in a cloak. But they are not yet man and wife.
And comes the betting ceremony.
Oh, good lord. Are they really going to... Oh, my
Oh, they
god.
won't. But I think in the
they don't show it.
You'll see why.
What the hell?
What?
If you think the time is right, Lord Walder, by all means, let us bed them.
Oh.
Like I said, they won't show it.
Yeah, they just
Well,
grab
thank
him.
God they won't. But
They just grab him and carry him out of the room.
rockstar treatment
Mhm.
for the man and bride.
Yeah, the males in the room undress the lady, and then the
Oh,
females
no.
undress the dude.
Yeah.
Dude, and then shove him into a room naked.
What the hell? Mm.
They're taking care of it right now.
Once you set that monster free, there's no caging him again.
No.
Once you said that,
I'm happy for him. I am. I'm happy for him.
Wolf. Yeah. Yeah, he's very happy. It's a very happy occasion. Yeah, got
Yeah, he's got a pretty bride that he's about to deflower.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep. Yep.
That is a very strange custom.
I suppose it does seem strange from a foreigner's perspective.
Seems normal to you.
Wait, doesn't Rob die? Here.
Maybe.
Just wait.
Mayhaps.
All right, I forgot people were worried about the red wedding. They hated it.
Boy or girl?
All right, would you stop?
Please?
Wolf,
Why?
stop humming.
Wolf?
Wolf. Shush.
Yeah.
Don't you want to teach little Ned Stark how to ride horses?
I do.
Yeah, they're naming him after his dad.
How cute.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
That I must bow so low.
Wise.
So, for context, this is the
Wise?
Lannister. This is the Lannister theme for.
Known as the Reigns of Castamere.
Yep.
The slaughter.
Yeah.
The slaughter of the entirety of the Castamere house by Tywin Lannister.
Wise. Come on.
Yep. Well, she said context. Well, she needs the context for why this. And that's Arya Stark, and she's getting close to getting back with her friends and family.
Where are you going? Got salt pork for the feast. Your feast is over. Doesn't sound like it's over.
If I tell you it's over, it's over. Turn this cart around and get the hell out of here.
Got pig's feet too.
Are you soft in the head? Turn this cart around.
Dang it.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh.
Here, let me check this bullshit.
Okay. Now just click on the red. I guess click on the full red wedding or something.
Maybe. Yeah, give me a few.
Yeah.
I think that it subvert your expectations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe I should just Maybe we should just pull up the full Reigns of Castamere episode on F Movies or something.
Got it right here.
Yep. And full screen, please.
Full screen.
It sounds like it's been muted too.
It is.
Oh, you got me. I've really got
fired. It happens to the best of us. Just
You can't fire me. I'm already. Listen, you can't. Listen, if you want to fire me, ask Dunn to show
puppy. Down, puppy.
We're not firing you. We're just saying that you muted it.
I'm telling us White. If you want to fire me, you're gonna have to ask Dunn to tear off that contract.
Which I won't.
I can just set it on fire. Don't you worry.
He's made copies. He's made over 2 million copies of the same thing, and it's all made out of his own blood.
And he's also got me dangling in front of him, so.
It's too bad it's underneath the Sept of Baylor.
Back up a bit. Like 10 or 15 seconds, I think.
There you go. Wise.
I like the song.
You're great.
I can mute you.
Yeah. Dunn, if he starts again, please mute him.
I feel I've been remiss in my duty. I've given you meat and wine and music, but I haven't shown you the hospitality you deserve.
She pulls it back and what's underneath.
Would you, Wise? Come on.
What the hell?
Lord Walder takes insults very personally.
You don't know how the last guy that called him an old coot.
Yep.
Hence the Reigns of Castamere.
I wonder what is happening with the guy that just got married now then.
Oh, he's fine.
They threw him in a dungeon.
There's what they're about to do.
Feast's over yet, is it? Aye. It's over.
Oh.
Yep.
Poor old Grey Wind. As a peace, my brethren.
It's funny, like the other one dies, just kills itself.
It's too late.
Oh.
The king in the north arises.
Man, you're tough to survive several crossbow bolts.
Yep.
And they killed his wife.
And child.
An unborn child, yep.
Lord Walder! Lord Walder, enough! Let it end! Please. He is my son. My first son. Let him go, and I swear we will forget this. I swear it by the all gods and you. We will take no vengeance.
You already swore me one oath right here in my castle. You swore by all the gods your son would marry my daughter!
Take me for a hostage, but let Rob go. Rob, get up. Get up and walk out. Please. Please.
And why would I let him do that?
You have already taken his wife and his child.
On my honor as a Stark. Let him go, or I will cut your wife's throat.
I'll find another.
It's Captain Stark used intimidate, used threaten. It wasn't effective. Oh, even is that an arrowhead he stepped? That's an arrow.
No, he just got an arrow like in the.
Now, this is where the Lady Stoneheart plot was supposed to come in.
Mm-hmm.
I see all very clean cuts. Hardly anything to write home about.
Yep. And there is the Red Wedding.
That was Reigns of Castamere. I really like that song. I really, really do. Yeah, I just don't know why. It's a catchy as all hell song.
So Neph, what'd you think?
I think I hate Game of Thrones.
You haven't even seen the worst bits. If anything, you saw bits of when that show was good.
Of course, you're still missing quite a ton still.
Yeah.
I am, but I don't mind. I'm still an outsider. I'm watching it dispassionately. There's nothing for me to get behind.
Yeah, especially since I think like you might get behind Dany a bit more because it's more clear. Like she gets more wins.
Yeah, she's stupid good.
It's contrast to like the Westeros side.
Yeah, but ultimately, like Robb Stark, I think like Robb Stark dying is part of the books, and like that is almost like straight out of the books.
Oh, and that whole wife thing, yeah, that she's not even there in that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jane Westerling is supposed to live.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole stabbing the baby thing, that's all fake.
And then there was all these, and it was also supposed to be the Lady Stoneheart plot, which was supposed to happen after the Red Wedding, when Catelyn Stark comes back and just pretty much acts as an agent of vengeance against the Freys and Lannisters, and anyone that's turned on her family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess, what are like the things that you don't necessarily like about it? I guess, like, is it just that like they died or what?
I think it's just that I know that this is supposed to be what is well written, but sometimes it doesn't feel like it is.
What do you mean?
Then again, that's because there's filler when there shouldn't be filler.
This isn't necessarily filler.
Okay, let me be clear. When I say filler, I mean Benioff writing.
Okay.
Not George R.R. Martin writing. Because I'm pretty sure that he wrote some filler, and that filler is the filler that's good, because it's from the writer's mouth.
Yeah.
and that can be taken as canon, added to the books. But nothing from Benioff and his underlings is
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Benioff doesn't even have a fraction of a brain cell. He's a really, really small percentage of it.
Yeah.
And just because Dan's there with them, does not mean it means that Dan holds a bigger piece of a brain cell.
I mean, like, so, like, your thoughts are like as you've kind of watched it, it's kind of just like you don't necessarily like kind of like the filler. So, like, I guess like what was like your thoughts on like just the storyline that we watched, like
the storyline as a whole, it's more of I don't know who I should be rooting for, so I have absolutely no investment. And I know that this is Robb Stark's storyline, and I'm supposed to get behind him, but at the same time, it's realistic enough where I don't hate his guts and I understand what he's doing, but at the same time, I just don't like him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you'll hate Catelyn, actually.
Yeah, Catelyn does a lot. It's the War of the Five Kings is Catelyn's fault to a certain extent.
That's it all. In the book, she's way more of a cunt in the books.
Yeah, she's very annoying.
You're missing a lot because there's a lot of stuff cut in between all these scenes.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of I think a big part of like ultimately for a lot of people, this was kind of the thing that kind of even like for the executives, this was what solidified the show as kind of a cultural phenomenon, because it basically meant that the show is utterly unpredictable.
Well, it was.
Yeah, unpredictable. Yeah, the best part is that it's unpredictability. It's the fact that you won't know what's coming next. You think you do, but you really don't. But then there's times that you should probably just let the viewer figure it out on their own, and then you don't. And then there's what Benioff does, where the viewer figures out what's going to happen, and then he just utterly changes it because he didn't want to be predictable.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to be predictable than to be completely. It's better to be predictable than to be completely unpredictable.
Yeah, because if you set up the clues correctly and the foreshadowing, some people are observant enough to figure things out before you get where you're going.
A good example.
Most of the people are not going to be that observant, but there is going to be maybe 5 people in your audience who go, "Oh, I know exactly what's going to happen."
A good example.
And that's what you want. You want some people to be going, "I knew it."
But a good example would be Ned Stark. He's lawful good, and as you all know, in most typical fantasy, good guys always win. This unfortunately comes from the fact that he didn't win. That the ones who are in the wrong win, and the ones who are in the right don't.
Well, the ones that are in the wrong win short term. Long term, their betrayals catch up with them.
Yeah. It's like at the moment, they won. And then eventually comes to bite them. Think about it like this. Joffrey, yeah, he killed a big traitor, but you know what else that people caught on pretty quickly? People realized he was a psychopath.
Yeah. Also, there are people who are loyal to the quote-unquote traitor.
Yeah. A lot of people
really liked him.
Yeah, and
really liked him.
It's kind of hard to convince the entire continent that the most honorable man in all the that the most honorable and loyal man is something a traitor.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, so
lying once does not make an honest man a liar. A liar telling the truth once does not make a liar honest.
Well, actually, the problem is he was actually truthful the whole time. He's saying that they're saying that he's a liar because
it will advantage them.
Yeah, they wanted to get him out of the way so that he didn't expose the fact that he's not exactly the most legitimate of heirs.
He's the most illegitimate out of every one of them.
Yeah.
The bastards have more legitimacy than he does.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all for coming. This actually took longer than I anticipated, but I think we got some good coverage out of it. I think we could actually just put most of this just up on YouTube, since like it's a reaction and we're not watching the whole show. We're just watching a little bit. I'll put it up at some point. But thank you all for coming. This has been fun, and bye-bye.
Bye, guys.